Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome. We're finally doing the Amazing Spider-Man 2 audio commentary. In case you don't know what it is, it means that you can watch the movie together with us. Just press the play button and you can hear our audio commentary and watch it with us. Of course, we're not uploading the full movie because we're not really that smart. And I'm joined by Matthew.
And there will be comments still telling us, where's the movie?
I'm joined by Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
How's it going, guys?
Mark. You know Mark.
Heyo!
Forrest, of course. Forrest, everybody knows Forrest.
That's me.
And of course, Ben.
Hi, everybody.
And we're starting in 3, 2, 1.
The first time we ever actually saw the Sony logo in a Spider-Man movie, if I remember correctly.
Was this the first time Sony came before Columbia in any movie, or I'm just curious because I'm used to seeing Columbia first.
I've seen
I don't
plenty.
think we even ever saw Sony at all, or at least that logo that pops up.
I've seen.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, plenty of Sony in the first part, like Sony laptop, Sony mobile phone, and
The camera in the first film.
shitloads of Sony everywhere.
Yeah, I just
Fire
remember
placements.
22
It's
Jump
Marvel.
You're
Street.
using Bing.
Yeah, 22 Jump Street actually uses the Sony logo first. But when I first saw it for the Spider-Man movie, I kind of cringed.
Hey, that's
so
not-
let's see.
That's the old Marvel logo, isn't it?
It's
Oh, yeah.
Beanox. I didn't know Beanox made this.
I did not
Get
realize.
them away from the film.
Here's the time, and here's the clock.
Hopefully,
Marvel
somebody
just
won't
went
shoot
first.
webs to the sky. Like,
Are you sure you want to
God.
delete Spider-Man 3?
Oh,
Well, no, he's deleting the script to this movie.
oh, thank you.
Now, this is the reason why Amazing Spider-Man 3 got delayed. They deleted all the scripts for it.
something
are.
tells me
Peter
they.
Parker, you bastard!
Yeah, something tells me they didn't really want to include parents' storyline in this film. But Mark Webb promised to answer all the questions, you know, the untold story. So they had to bring up the flashback scene. It's just such.
And the funny thing
there-
is, if he's
yeah.
saying, "Oh, I would have answered all the questions," but if that original ending would have been in there, he wouldn't have, because it would have been like, "How the fuck did his dad survive the plane crash?"
And another thing is, we have a different cinematographer. You can tell because from this pan up, we get a nice visitor. Hi, anamorphic flares. You're so pretty.
Directed by J.J. Abrams.
JJ. Abrams.
Yeah, no, the
Is,
cinematographer of this is J.J. Abrams'
He already
go-to
worked
guy.
with J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing about this movie that does bug the crap out of me. I mean, with this movie, I think the only people who really returned from the first movie were Mark Webb and the actors. I mean, the costume designer's different, the
The editor,
cinematographer's different,
he,
and it doesn't feel like the same movie, or like a movie of the same series.
oh, well, the editor is still the same, I think. I could be completely wrong with that much.
Oh, you
Actually,
mean the guy who made the first movie what it was and kind of made a lot of mistakes with the editing?
Yeah, he did not much better here, no offense.
It's kind of
actually,
distracting with the tone as
Actu-
well.
guys, I actually won an award for best editing. Maybe if I get worked on Sony, maybe I could actually keep all the deleted scenes in one movie.
All right.
You should have watched that version.
See ya, Peter. Next time you'll see me, I'll wear a bird. Bird.
And
Hey,
we'll
look
be
at that
Jumanji.
bio laptop.
He's
The more I watch this, the more I just keep screaming, "This should have been in the first movie."
Well, I will admit one cool thing about this as well, and like I was trying to say, is I really love how this film looks, and I would say part of it is that this is one of the first superhero films in a long time to actually be shot on film.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like Amazing Spider-Man was all shot on a red camera and stuff like that. Avengers, Area Alexa. This was an actual Panavision camera, which is automatically living hell to mess with. I should
Yeah,
know.
but the actual 3D suffered, because the 3D in the first movie, when they were doing all the first-person perspective stuff, was pretty damn good, but now it's all post-converted because they're shooting it on film.
Yeah, well, so the film looks pretty. I'm not going to ever deny that. I know some person said the film looks too dark. That is one of the guilts of using film.
I never really minded the fact of it, you know.
This
Just
guy,
the idea
the
never
pilot,
made a
who killed the pilot, I was like thinking he might be, you know, if you read the novel Gentleman, the Sinister Six, what was it name? Name of the novel?
The finisher.
The Finisher, yeah, he actually worked for the Gentleman, and he was the one to set up the plane crash in the novel.
But did you say his name was the
But in
Finisher?
the comics,
Yep.
it was the Red Skull.
Yeah, but the
killed.
finisher was the one who set up the in the novel. He was one of the who set up the plane crash.
Oh. I
Yeah,
call
I
Red
just don't even
sounds like
get
the
why
craziest
go
things.
for the whole gentleman storyline, because it's a villain that, before these movies even came out, nobody, and I mean nobody, knew who the fuck that even was.
Yeah, that surprised me as well. Why they choose the gentleman's character there, Mark Webb particularly. He wasn't. He,
I think
he's,
it's just the best
it's
building.
it's even arguably if the novel is even a canon, at this point.
I think they're just going bigger for the sake of getting bigger, really. Add as many characters as they can to make a bigger universe, really.
Well, then again, if they're making a bigger universe, we're eventually going to have to get to the Walrus and Doppelganger and.
If they're following the novels wrote, maybe the female Spider-Man spin-off, which was announced recently, is actually about Petey, who was sort of Peter's sister. It wasn't really confirmed in the novel. If you read the novel, of
No, I
course.
thought in the novel they pretty much confirmed it wasn't his sister.
Well, it was sort of teased that she might be. And if not her, either Jessica or it's probably Black Cat, but we'll talk about it later on, of course. Oh yeah.
Just make Mayday. Do a Mayday Parker Spider-Girl.
Yes. Anyone else was expecting, during this scene that something related to symbiote, like in the Ultimate comics and the game combined, Richard Parker with Eddie Brock's father, they were on the plane, and Eddie accidentally, if I remember correctly, he got the symbiote suit, wasn't it?
That's what killed them, wasn't it?
Maybe the guy who killed the pilot is Eddie Brock's father, who's working for Oscorp.
Or maybe he's Mysterio.
Oh,
Well,
Just
that's
get me
Chameleon.
He's
Yes.
kind of dead.
Maybe
the-
he's Frogman. Maybe he worked for Kellogg's and the cornflakes and stuff.
That is just a random assassin.
Where's Iron Man when you need him?
You
How
are.
how many can I
You
carry?
saved the president of the United States. Why couldn't you just save Richard Parker's parents?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta tell you something funny about this. They actually were showing this movie on a flight I was taking to Toronto a while ago, and this scene was completely cut. They pretty much just, as soon as the guy who killed the pilot popped up, everything went gray, and then it cut to Peter falling as Spider-Man.
Oh really?
And also, here's Ben's favorite song that they cut.
Yes, I've been trying to find that track forever, and it's
By
nowhere.
the way, really-
Damn you, Hans Zimmer.
Really
Damn you.
beautiful shot of Mary Parker.
And
How the hell
end.
he survived this crash? I mean, really?
Insert Lost theme here.
Cheat codes.
Hans Zimmer never disappoints.
Da-da-da.
Honestly, this is probably one of my
Red
favourite scenes in the entire Spider-Man franchise right here.
Am I the only one who wished that Hans Zimmer and James Horner would have worked together on this movie for the score?
Yep.
Yes.
This scene was so overused in all the trailers. I mean,
Of course. I mean, everything was overused in the
No.
trailer. Are you kidding?
alright, Spidey web swinging, just phenomenal. The best web swinging probably in any Spider film.
I thought this
We
We
scene
didn't
was
didn't, get a
beautiful.
we didn't get a final swing in this movie, but that was all well worth it for what they could
This
do.
opening
I
scene
thought
is
it was
just amazing.
beautiful.
And
Funny,
we're
The
about
two
to
movies
get,
people consider to be the
The
worst
best
Spider-Man
introduction
films
of the Spider-Man movie.
are the ones without final swings.
and we're about
Okay.
to get introduced to Alexei Sistovich, who was probably one of the biggest complaints.
I love him.
I'm sorry, but he's hamming it up so much it works. That's what the
I
villain's
love
like.
Paul
He's not a
Giamatti in
subtle
this
villain.
movie. He's so funny and with his
Everybody's
face
complaining like he's such cheesy character. I mean, were you expecting? It's Rhino. He's
Rhino wasn't
stupid.
exactly a
No,
shit.
no, we
villain,
want
is he?
dark,
Lord.
brooding,
and
serious
so
Rhino.
stupid.
Yeah.
Actually, I more along seen as a comedic relief, I see Shocker.
Mm. But
Yeah,
then again,
because of the ultimate
Shocker, all the
Dark, serious Rhino. Oh God, my parents were killed. Now I have to wear this Rhino suit to avenge them.
Yeah, I think of it back to the Ultimate Comics and you see what Shocker wears. That's kind of what I see when I see Rhino in this. And I'm not saying Rhino's bad. He's a bit wasted, yes, but boy, oh boy, I just love seeing Paul Giamatti get that mug face all over the place.
I do remember
I mean-
set pictures of this truck. We thought that it's probably Rhino's costume inside there. It was great times. It's actually
Yeah.
cool.
I
Some
remember
people
Sony.
people
think that the
thought
truck
that
was
the
the Rhino
truck
suit.
was Rhino's costume.
Yeah.
This movie,
I mean, listen
you
to
know,
this. Listen to this. I'm a killer. I love that so
I love this
much.
man.
I love Rhino so much in this movie. I mean, a lot of people hate him, and I agree. If you hate him, I understand why. I just love seeing it. Besides, we have this guy right here.
I just felt
Max Dillon.
sorry for him. I just
Which
felt
is
sorry for Max.
pretty much Max
He's
Dillon
So
from the...
somebody,
sympathetic.
But
Which
he
is
ended
pretty-
up being somebody who wanted to kill everybody. Kind of like the Lego movie. Emmett was a nobody who saved everybody, whilst Max became a nobody who just decided to kill everybody.
Edward Nigma.
And Spider-Man will save everybody,
And,
but
except
that
for those
taxi
people in
driver
the
right
cars.
there.
And the Mandarin
Yeah.
from Iron Man 3. You know.
Ah, I feel
no,
sorry
no,
for that tech.
it's-
In the meantime, lots of people are dying there. Rhino is crushing them.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, but
something
then
I
again,
wanted
it's
to
cool to
say.
see Spider-Man just giving hope.
Now, here's something that bugs me. Okay, you're a good guy, Max. I'm gonna check on that taxi cab. Okay, you keep on being you. I'm gonna save those people in that taxi cab.
Yeah, this
Now
movie-
do it later.
And you'll see the blood splatters all over the
It
window.
bugs me that the trailer cut of that scene with Max was actually funnier than the one they used in the movie.
Yeah.
But of course, no, they don't. I love that. I remember Seven when you were making that video on Rana, you were like going into his tattoos and everything. Like maybe this will play a big part in the movie. And
Yeah, well, yeah.
Guys, wasn't there supposed to be some kind of an extra who is a huge Spider-Man fan? He was on wheelchair, he was disabled, and I cannot find him anywhere. You know, he was supposed to be an extra, and now I cannot find him.
But still, Ben, you have to give them credit. They went into, you know, such details as to even tattoos mean something on Rhino, you know.
You know,
And here's your
he's
favorite-
he's
here's
a
your
serious
favorite song,
Russian
Seven.
you do not want to
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
with. But
Seven, you
seriously,
like
he's
this one
hilarious.
the most.
Da da da.
like one of the tattoos could literally just be "I heart Russia," and it makes about as much sense.
Mm. Well, pretty much.
I want that on him now. I want a big tattoo on his back that says "I heart Russia."
If I remember,
That's what his boxers
yeah,
and
if I
Rhino
remember, if I
boxers.
remember correctly, most of his tattoos mean that he was in prison.
Oh yeah, I've seen the
He's-
video.
Yeah, you said like one of them was like murder and sex offender and all this other stuff.
Hey, Mark.
Spider senses.
Hey, Mark.
What's that?
Your
Yeah.
ringtone.
Yeah, it's my ringtone.
Should have been the '90s theme.
They steal it from Mark.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Gwen.
I do have a little joke coming up. I do like their interaction with
I
each
can
other.
see her freckles.
Yeah, that's part of the
chemistry's so
HD,
perfect.
by the way.
She's getting old. That's why they
Oh,
killed her.
my Dennis Leary senses are tingling.
It's the asshole, Dennis
Do you
Leary
remember the
from
promise,
this
you
asshole
asshole?
music video.
You remember
Let's
the
go back
promise?
to a digital camera.
Fucking prick! I'm gonna kill you.
Oh no, I just forgot to take my medicine today. I'm seeing your father everywhere.
My Dennis Leary senses are tingling.
And he got
Wouldn't it
paid.
be funny if they brought in some like stupid explanation in the third movie where it's like he wasn't imagining Dennis Leary the whole time. It was Mysterio.
Dennis Leary got
Well, there-
paid probably $1 million for such a brief scene.
You mean
Yeah,
like
well,
$100,
scenes,
not $1 million?
$100? The ad said 3,000.
Hey, here's a sandwich. Can you do this thing?
Check it again, webcam.
I need this money.
Well, I missed a part. Well, that's my problem.
See, look at that mug and Paul does.
I actually love that he's trying to wet Spider-Man.
Well, he's having
It's
so much
funny.
fun in this role. 'Cause I still remember that fucking interview he did with Conan O'Brien where he's saying he just would have loved to play Rhino.
Yeah, and that's how he got the role, yeah.
His billion said he wants to play Scorpion. Maybe.
Or Mysterio.
Well,
Oh,
here's
such a
this beautiful
beautiful-
part. I just love the Spider sense in this movie,
I-
especially
Slow-mo
in
bit
the
again.
Times Square.
We all know
Be
these
right
things
back.
were.
Watching this
Yeah,
in
no.
IMAX was just amazing. Such a fantastic. Oh,
And
yeah.
3D as well. I was the only person who actually came to the Amazing Spider-Man London red carpet premiere and just saw all the stars.
Yeah. And you've got the pictures as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I actually
cool.
wanted to touch Andrew Garfield's hair. I actually gave a high five to Matt Tolmack. I was going to watch the movie, and yeah.
I would touch Abby and tell him, you have to... Wait, let me think what I'll tell to Abby once I'll see him.
Spider-Man enters the Matrix.
Well, the awkward part is Andrew Garfield now has my haircut.
Rhino Easter egg. He'll probably become Rhino later on.
Nah, I'm sure he
No,
won't.
he'll become the Spot.
This spot, oh my god. Such a
Call
lame
me
villain.
the Spot. And I can.
I will admit this. Here's a complaint. I don't like Stan Lee's cameo all that much.
Yeah,
but
it
I am glad he
sucks.
got
It was a
Actually love
bit
the
weak
first
compared to the
cameo
first
that he
film.
was in the
To go from the first one to this, it's just like, come on.
And what's worse, he probably got paid less than Dennis Leary.
Oh,
Guys, this is a graduation scene. So where was Rodrigo Guevara in this scene?
pretty much this is how my graduation went, everyone.
And did you know that this scene was not scripted? You know, him kissing Gwen. He was like, "Oh, how do I make it up for her? You know, I'm getting graduated, and I do not care about these people. Hey, fuck them all."
Rodrigo Guevara is probably in Ravencroft for getting his badge.
I'm not gonna laugh.
Let's take a picture. Selfie.
Rodrigo
That's-
Guevara better become like the new Green Goblin. Fuck Norman and fuck Harry. Rodrigo Guevara,
So,
he's the one who Goblin.
how do you guys feel about Flash scene? Was it really necessary or not?
It was necessary, but because we want to see more of, you know, how they interact with Peter, how friendly he is, you know, because he was a bully and now he's a friend. That's actually happened to me once, you know, because I got bullied since the beginning of high school. Now, at the end of high school, he's become a friend of mine, and we actually go to the same college now. This was realistic about this
Flash
universe.
is nice to see. He was so awesome in the first movie. Would have loved to see more of him in this.
At least we
Yeah.
know they are friends now, which is how it should have been done.
And then Agent Venom comes along.
Yeah.
No, we do not need him as Agent Venom. I want Eddie Brock to be done right as Venom. You know,
Yeah.
just for
Well,
at
he wasn't
least
even
for
Venom
once.
last time. He was Carnage, except in black.
Flash probably went to, to the
Army.
army, and he lost
Huh?
his legs, and then he becomes the Agent Venom, which would make sense. But they're going with Eddie.
Armin,
They're going to with Eddie Brock.
Tony.
Treasure.
I suppose that's the best. Yeah, I would definitely prefer Eddie Brock.
Product
And
placement
Dennis Leary,
first.
since it's going to tingle soon.
Dennis Leary product placement.
Dennis Leary
Isn't it
approved.
so weird that like this is pretty much the exact opposite of the comic book Gwen? How she was pretty much, you know, hated Spider-Man in the comic books, and now it's all like,
Dennis
well,
Leary.
this Gwen is the opposite exactly.
You talk about the Ultimate Gwen?
In Ultimate Gwen hated him completely, and yeah, she
There he is.
Dark Peter.
and then she became Carnage, just like Aunt May in Spider-Man 4.
And then Gwen became naked in the comic.
Hey, digital camera.
No, I
Stop
remember
the edge.
one synopsis I read for Spider-Man 4.
Peter-
Peter's parents, played by Woody Harrelson and some other chick, come back and are serial murderers and try to kill Peter because it's for kicks.
Once Dennis Leary showed up, I was expecting him to say sort of like, Peter, you have to go to Dagobah planet, and
Or, you know, he could have just said, "You're an asshole for not, you know, for not listening to my promise."
yeah,
Peter, I am your father. No, you're
That's
Gwen.
impossible.
Wait.
he was just staring there, Dennis Leary, and if he would say something, it would cost probably $2 million for such scene.
And
Yeah.
they
So
had
then they
to
just
reuse
reuse the clip from the first movie.
I love
Yeah.
this scene, Chinatown scene. Yeah, it's. I compare it to the hallway scene, the school hallway from the first film. This awkward conversation, very authentic relationship, you know, and very real. And I actually feel bad for Peter in this scene.
Guys,
yes.
I got a question. Do you
Yeah?
think the hallway scene could done realistically, you know, just be awkward? I don't know. We could do or we could just do something else. Do you think it could actually be for real and you could actually get a girl?
Um,
Probably wouldn't work.
I think the only reason the hallway scene kind of bothers me a bit is that they're the only ones in the hallway. I get the symbolism. I get why they did it. But
Where's
you
the
mean to
Daily
tell me that
Bugle newspapers? There were the Daily
I
Bugle.
thought the
trucks,
original
and I
line
don't
wasn't
see
in that hallway scene. Oh, he's not talking about you, Gwen. He's talking about Gwen Stefani.
Oh no.
I think it all happened in Peter's head, and it was all Mysterio's fault.
Yeah, that can make
Mysterio,
sense.
I can see the smokes.
The hazer.
Mysterio confirmed.
The hazer is real.
Why breaking up? So what if he sees her father? You know, just go to doctor and tell him, like Spider-Man 2 scene. In that dream, I'm Spider-Man. Maybe you don't have to be
Stop being
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And I'm
In a
losing my
friend of mine's
powers.
dream, I'm seeing my girlfriend's dead father staring at me in police cars.
But you
You
end
need
up
some
in
help,
Ravencroft,
Mr. Parker.
you know, just to be insane.
Yeah.
I think
It's true. That is one of my least favorite things from this movie. It's just the relationship this time around. I don't really feel
Well,
at the end.
I have to
Yeah.
disagree. I think they nailed it.
Again and again and again.
Better than anything from the first trilogy, I'll say that.
Oh no disagreement there. Yeah.
I'll say that one thing
That's
that
just great. You break up with him, then you leave him, then you friend zone him, then you get back together with. Lady, make up your mind. You love him or not? Well, I know you're gonna marry him in real life. Which, by the way, you're very lucky to marry Andrew Garfield because I wish I was Spider-Man.
We all wish we were Spider-Man.
Oh, he's.
I don't want to be an orphan.
We
What
were
are you
Emma
kidding
Stone
me?
and Andrew
It's
Garfield.
quite cold.
All right,
Constantly seeing all my friends and family dying all around me.
all right. I'm going to call Shailene.
We want
Okay.
you back.
We're
I
about
think
to
she's
miss-
busy with the Divergent series, and here comes the Spidey montage.
Yay!
Whee!
Oh, I forgot my
I'm gonna
website.
commit suicide!
My eye of the tiger, damn it! It's the eye of the spider, it's the thrill of the web.
That's good.
Spider-Man the
Where's
musical.
the
Thinking
rumored
you-
MP3 player in his
Actually,
web
love
shooter?
this. The fact that he actually saves kids and the other people from, I don't know, driving cars.
Yeah.
This is the pet.
I still remember a what if story they did with Gwen, where it was like, what if Gwen Stacy had survived?
Mm.
And it was the stupidest thing because it was the whole thing of Jameson finds out Peter's Spider-Man, they almost get married, and then Peter's identity is revealed to everyone. He becomes a fugitive.
Side mission complete.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Achievement
funny because the
unlocked.
web will probably disintegrate in a couple hours and his windmill will fall apart again.
So many side missions. Gosh.
Yeah.
I actually found
Listen to this woman.
sort of an Easter egg, you know.
And this is when the entirety of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game happened.
Mhm.
That
you
woman
know,
who just said she wants to know about what's behind the mask. When I first heard that, I was
Radio
like,
Man.
like that. Yeah, Radio Man.
Symbiote.
I should be talking. I'm a radio guy.
guys, I think I spotted like a little Easter egg, but people said that they disagree with me. There's this news, at this part, where they said, could there be one Spider-Man or many? This is kind of like a clone saga, but then again, it might not be because it does not involve any clones.
Mm.
Well,
Oscorp product placement.
Clone saga confirmed.
Daily Bugle product placement.
yeah, Bounty product placement,
Toilet.
Advil product placement, Trojan product placement.
So
And
You know.
Paul Brando,
Amazing Spider-Man 2 condoms.
Oscorp. They found Oscorp somewhere.
Emma
They
Stone.
exist, probably.
Yeah, you get free condoms if you pre-order the Blu-ray.
Fire? How did that happen? In the trailers, we didn't see any fire.
How did it get
It's funny when you made the comparison, like, where'd the fire go or whatever. I still remember I was like, I wasn't seeing things.
Mm.
This scene. Lens flare in the bedroom, somehow in their house, too.
You really think he'd have a better job at hiding his costume from Aunt May? Like, he'd have his own place by now.
Yeah, look at that flare. It randomly pops up for a brief second. I'm like, where'd it come from?
J.J. Abrams, you sneaky bastard.
Well, like we said, same cinematographer in this is the same who did Star Trek and all of them.
What's the point of the lens flares anyway?
They're modern.
Oh.
Just make us
They
look
look
cool.
all sciencey.
They're used in fan films now.
I mean, I like lens flares, but if you
I
overdo it,
masturbated and there's some cum in my face, so I push it off.
Does Peter ever try to masturbate in his Spider-Man costume?
no.
Well, he's wearing a glove, so it feels like it's somebody else.
It does look like his, yeah.
I hope it's not radioactive semen.
Mm.
We don't want to repeat what happened last time.
Yeah.
Here comes the Spider Girl. Oh yeah, Richard. Richard.
The untold story.
RP.
Where the heck is? Oh yeah.
Lens flare!
See, it's not
So-
gonna leave this whole movie.
Max and Spider-Man save New York. Now I want to see that. I want to see pre-Electro Max and Spider-Man try to save the city.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, door.
Hey,
Oh, this scene. I don't know how I feel about it really.
it's
I just feel sorry
SevenWebHeads'
for
house.
It would work if it didn't have this goofy music in the background.
It's my freaking
Oh,
room.
thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Finally, First, 7Webheads insult the whole time. Hey, what's he doing in your living room?
Dude,
This is such an Edward Nigma ripoff, honestly.
and do you notice the magazine of the Spider-Man musical that's next to the mirror?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an Easter
Well,
egg?
like, even if it's an Edward Nigma ripoff, it's better than the original comic of generic electrician gets struck by lightning.
Suddenly decides to become a supervillain.
Well,
Is
yeah,
he
but he
like-
gets developed, and this version, as we've said many times, is pretty much MTV's version of
cake.
Electro. Oh, here's an
Cake is
Easter egg.
color of his.
Guys, I think that's an
616.
Easter egg.
Yeah,
I
I
love
can
the
see it's wrong.
Spider-Man. This. He's like, "You like that, Spidey? I like it a lot, Max." What do you think? Spider-Man's Batman all of a sudden?
Yeah,
Why,
I could see his mom.
why the heck they deleted this scene with his mom? It's so I don't know.
like it a lot, Max. Now give me a blowjob.
Amazing.
Who's sweating on
Oh,
their
they said
face?
it. They said it. The title.
Oh,
Yeah.
they said it! They said it! They said it! They said it!
Fuck
He
with that.
can do anything a spider can.
Including self-heal.
Laundry sheriff.
Spider-Man's greatest adversary.
Just like in Spider-Man 2, the laundry just turned most of his white tuxedos into red and white and blue stuff.
It's like they're stealing jokes.
He's wearing a red.
Aren't you supposed to wash these kinds of costumes in the sink anyway?
He's wearing red trousers and a black T-shirt. This scene was supposed to happen right after he helps MJ with the bike ride scene.
Oh,
But
yeah.
of course, yeah. But they said we won't see them Shelley's scene like ever, even delete scenes or any, pretty much like with
Which also
Spider.
confirms she's not MJ anymore.
It's not really officially confirmed that she won't be back. We don't know at this point.
Well, that's the thing. It's all but confirmed because even she's saying, thanks to the Divergent sequel, she might not be able to do Amazing Spider-Man 2, 3, and 4 and all that other stuff.
Well, she might be able to get in for Amazing Spider-Man 3 since it's been delayed now, but it just depends on how quickly they get the Divergent films out.
Probably
Wait
next
a
year we'll
minute,
get the second
Divergent
one.
films? They're kind of like Hunger Games, so does that count as Hunger Game movies?
Wait, there's actually another deleted scene there that was not in the deleted scenes. Like, I remember from one of the trailers, he's walking away from Aunt May with that same outfit, with the sandwich. He goes, I gotta fly. I mean, I gotta
Wait, where did
run.
the greens go? There's no
Fly.
celery in that sandwich anymore.
Aunt May ate it. And in other words, the script supervisor was lazy that day.
Wow. For only being
Sally
a couple
Field's
months
Hunger
later,
Games.
Oscorp
There's,
looks pretty
Sarah
different from the
Kate,
last
you know,
movie.
as the creepy holographic assistant inside Oscorp.
I forgot the name of the actress. Originally, I thought she might be actually Black
Mary
Cat,
Jane.
maybe, or Mary Jane. Oh, it's Sarah
Sarah
Gadon. Gadon, yeah.
I wonder if that's
I
coming
remember
back
thinking
later.
She was going to replace Shailene Woodley as MJ when the
Well, probably this
Alistair
girl
Slime
from
was such a douche. I know
Hey,
he's a villain,
didn't he
but
die
he's
from the
an
game?
asshole.
Kristen Stewart.
No.
Oh, this guy Beijing Nokia. I think there was another scene with Alistair Smythe, but it wasn't in the deleted scene. They left only
Wait.
this scene.
This is my favorite moment in the movie.
You're not Spider-Man. You're Spider Slayer, you asshole.
Finish it. Nope.
this
You
is the
know
worst
we all
movie I
think
don't
that.
like.
The
You
whole,
know,
the whole theater just laughed out loud.
Yeah,
When they saw the
I was
fake
laughing too. Because what's great about it is, I would do the same thing. I would think about doing it, but
Yeah, but you
Nope.
would not do it because you want to keep your reputation.
yeah, well, great power.
And again,
comes great
Armin just wants to
responsibility.
say,
It does get me thinking, who did give him, or Max, that happy birthday?
His
Probably,
mom.
probably
Is it card,
himself.
it's not-
No,
it's
it's
iPad?
actually it's a tablet, an iPad.
Oh,
or
so
something.
did it himself.
he did it.
He did it himself, which is very sad.
Yeah, nobody
I
actually.
still remember a little theory going around when that picture was released, like of him holding that, and someone actually said, "What if Gwen's the one who gave it to him?" Which would have been
A great
Really
love
weird.
triangle, right?
What, fighting over
Sorry,
Gwen
Peter, I
Stacy?
love that you're Spider-Man, but this nerdy guy with the comb over is so much hotter than you.
You know what would have been kind of cool to know, like if Gwen did give that to him. In the finale, he doesn't want to hurt Spider-Man because they're nice or something. I don't know.
Or
It's
maybe
like,
it was
wait.
sort of the only friend he had was Gwen, and then when he finds out Gwen and Peter are sort of, or Gwen and Spider-Man are attached, he tries to kill Spidey, but if Gwen gets in the way, he like avoids her and tries to get her out of harm's way or something like
Exactly, that kind of way.
Here
we
comes my
cut
favourite
to
actor in the film.
Osborn's.
Yeah, one of the best scenes here. Great
Yeah.
that.
performance.
Cold Fior, a.k.a.
Dane
Adrian
DeHaan.
Cruz, a.k.a. The Vulture, according to Seven.
Yeah,
Or Mystique.
I'll be honest, I still believe that he didn't really die. He just Goblin dropped him. We haven't seen his body, so.
Well, it's
Uh,
twice
guys,
now
have
that
you
they
guys
killed
noticed
the
that
character
canon
in
or
the
what?
movie and then deleted it.
I'll
Guys,
just,
I
I don't know,
noticed
I'll
that-
just stick to this theory. Maybe someday he will become Vulture, and then I'll get a golden medal or something.
You want my theory?
Guys, I actually noticed something, in the deleted, in the movie, they just made some kind of a Oscorp scientist or some person, and then they just killed him off in the deleted scene, because we all thought that Ratha is going to be Proto-Goblin, and we all thought that Compiar is going to be the Vulture, but no, he actually got killed off. What's going to be next to The Amazing Spider-Man 3? Some guy named the Cornflakes, who is going to be, I don't know, Frogman, but it's actually, I don't know, Dr. Frosty, who's going to be killed off in the deleted scenes?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what it seems like.
Cool.
Every time
My
they bring
brain
in some
hurts.
could,
scientist,
could,
he's
could
killed
you
in
repeat
deleted
the
scenes.
question? Oh
I
yeah.
forgot the question.
Now I'm just imagining if Christopher Walken was playing Norman. This is not how I imagined I would die. Looking at my son.
I've got a fever, and the
Not prescription is more everyone. pumpkin
bombs.
Not everyone has a happy ending.
Yeah, yeah.
Get me a big bowl.
The funny thing
I
is,
don't expect forgiveness
We have
from you.
plans for
good.
you, Peter Parker.
Seven speak. Seven. What?
yeah, I was about to say that after he dies, during this scene where he dies, and we do see for a very brief moment this glass container where his head is supposed to go, the frozen head.
I'm the head.
And you'll see this in it's very brief, like 1 second there, but a nurse brings this container to the room and then it's cut. So I do believe, yeah,
The jars are for his head.
yes.
Norman Osborn is Ant-Man.
Or as Mark said, it's probably one of the pumpkin bombs.
Not
I remember
everybody
reading the dumbest
deserves
thing
pepperoni
ever, like a
on
while
their
ago, where
pizza.
someone was asking, "Do you think Peter Parker fought Norman Osborn as the Green Goblin in between movies?"
Here, not everyone has a happy ending, or not
he
everybody
crying?
deserves pepperoni
I just
on their
noticed that
pizza.
he's crying
Harry,
Or is he sweating?
or
He's
sweating. Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing, like back to your theory about the guy who's Vulture, whatever his name is, I don't remember it. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think he's good Vulture. I think
Forrest, I just
sometimes
wanted- yeah.
sometimes it could be the real guy, whoever his name is, and other times when he's trying to screw Harry over, it's Chameleon.
I just realized something, that we see Norman's condition. He's still alive, but he's pretty much dying. And Harry Osborn, by the end of the film, he's in Ravencroft, and he says it comes and goes. So we do expect that at some point Harry will be in the same condition as Norman, dying in the bed, right?
With that kind of hand.
Yep.
Well,
With-
yeah.
Yeah. So Harry is pretty much guaranteed to die as well, I guess, since he took the
Yes.
formula.
The only thing we're missing right now is Chris Cooper going maniacal laugh, maniacal laugh.
Well, we
No, I
do.
do think the suit stabilised the condition, but I don't think it's restricted it to Jekyll and Hyde sort of thing, as Harry said at the end. I don't think he's going to reach that stage, unless with every transformation it gets worse and worse. Building
Or
up
Don't
to
forget
that.
to
maybe-
pick up the egg.
Or maybe Norman is actually alive. Probably he is alive and healthy, and
James
as we
Jameson.
know, he's just faked his death, and he's. Oh yeah, Jameson.
And you'll notice May Parker wants eggs,
Cool.
Pick up eggs.
Make sure they're organic.
Not everybody deserves pepperoni on their pizza.
Could you pay me in advance?
Not everyone can afford food in here.
You serious?
You serious?
Where's what? Standing there?
All right, guys, prepare for the what I was talking about. The glass
Okay.
container, the
Is it to the
jar.
left or right?
I saw it.
It will be on the right.
Okay.
Well, I forgot. Oh shit! I
All right.
forgot what was right and left. Oh, I can spot the right.
Wait. Here's the bed, and she's about to. There's Norman lying, by the way. All right, here it is.
There it
Oh, I
is.
found
Yes.
it. Found it.
So we pretty much
okay.
can confirm that the Norman Head scene was supposed to be in the post-credit scene, but then something happened and lots of stuff happened. They cut so many scenes, as we know from the trailers, but it wasn't there. Wake up, my old friend, right?
Yeah, it was that.
That's
Just
what,
after.
that's what the
Like,
gentleman was supposed to tell to apparently Norman's head. Wake up, my old friend, in the
Yeah,
post-credit
but
scene. But instead, we've got the X-Men promotion by the end of the film, which is great as well.
Hooray.
yeah, X-Men Days of Future Past was actually good
Oh yeah.
because you're Wanda from
Can someone
Living
please just
Color.
Photoshop a scumbag Steve hat onto BJ Novak there?
Smite is such a dick biscuit in this movie.
I know that he's supposed to be a villain, but you know he's such an asshole.
Making the guy work on his birthday. What a dick.
What's the point of this scene with Smythe? Just to establish another character, one of the million characters they established in this film for
Maybe
future
they're
spin-off
there
films?
to to expand the Amazing Spider-Man cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have a the Spider Slayers. He said he's Spider-Man. Well, fuck you. He's Spider Slayer.
Spider-Man even need a cinematic universe? Isn't it kind of redundant to say that? Like he doesn't need a cinematic universe. It's just his universe because there's no other characters that are coming in from other,
Yeah.
comic books.
Yeah.
I do remember
I love
they
I'll
wanted to.
admit, this got me to giggle a bit because I know Jamie Foxx is the singer.
Ben, hey Ben, talking about other characters, you do remember they wanted to make a Wolverine cameo in the first Spider-Man, right? At that
Yeah, I do
point,
remember that, yeah.
At that point, it was possible actually.
Yeah, it was, and I also remember the other best Stanley cameo that never happened. Hey, would you like a pair of these? They're the
Yeah.
kinds they wore in the X-Men.
Yeah. Oh
And
shit.
here's the transformation scene that somehow was able to fix his teeth. Hey, fuck braces. Go get bitten by an electric eel and with some electric currents.
Django,
Okay, see y'all later.
Django Unchained.
Django
I
and
like the way you
Django
fry,
and
boy.
Django.
I couldn't resist.
It's Django Unchained.
Everything okay here, Max?
Yeah, I'm more concerned for the eels
That,
there.
you,
Poor
no,
eels all
imagine
died.
Sarah get on the computer asking him that.
What, is that the little message just pops up in the corner?
Oh, this
I
is-
gotta make fun of my grandmother later when Electro appears again because I love making fun of her with her riveting commentary. Like, at this point, this could be Chameleon because he's speaking up to Harry, or it could be the actual guy. At the same time, when they're spying both on Harry and Peter,
Wasn't
that's
the
probably
only
Chameleon.
time was he just Chameleon in the game? When I remember.
Oh
Yeah.
he was at the end of the Amazing.
He was working for Kingpin.
Oh, by the way, do you remember the first pictures of this mysterious cube which Harry is holding? Which apparently is just sort of a database which Norman gave him, once again probably on purpose, just to set
A
up
flash
his...
drive.
Yeah, just to set up his own son, to give him... Norman, at this point, I think Norman knew that Harry will get fired, that Harry will use this serum. I think it's all planned in his head. And by the way,
Norman,
by
new
the way,
power of the Green Goblin, being sidekick.
yeah, by the way, guys, pay attention. I'm pretty sure you know it already, but once the this assistant comes to Harry and tells him that Peter Parker is waiting for you,
What?
pay attention to Donald Mencken's reaction. He's like, Peter Parker? Well, you see this.
And there's Felicia.
Who is now Black Cat officially.
I'm still not buying it.
Alright, check this out. We'll see the Mencken's reaction. As if, Peter Parker, and then he goes, oh.
That was probably from the, how Norman
Richard
Osborn,
Mark.
that
Check this
subplot was
out,
cut
check this
knew
out.
about him. So,
You see?
yeah, he
He's
does.
like, really? Peter
Like I
Parker.
said, that could be the Chameleon.
Yeah, like in the video
Why would-
game.
How would Chameleon know who Peter is?
No, it's probably the cut Norman Osborn subplot of, oh, my dad's been watching you, he's been watching you more than he's been watching me. that's probably just left over from that. He probably be telling Donald Mencken everything as well. He's basically his right hand man.
What
Look
if
at that
Chameleon
chocolate.
is Mencken, Norman, and the Gentleman?
We'll see.
But
Well,
then
then
again,
wait. So
yeah.
was he Norman in the scene when Harry was talking to
Yeah,
Norman, or was
it doesn't
Mencken?
make sense because both of them were in the same room, Mencken and Osborn.
No.
No?
Chameleon is one character in every single scene. This scene he's Peter, and the last scene he was Felicia. Scene before that, Electro.
No, he was actually an eel.
And Electro's mom as well. Maybe Peter is Chameleon as well. Richard Parker.
Everybody
Chameleon
is
that sort of
chameleon,
slamming
What
including
if,
Gwen
what if
and
Evie...
Dennis Leary.
I think Evie Everett is Chameleon as well.
Of course. We should have noticed with
The scene
his.
where
I
Peter's
don't know,
talking to Gwen at that diner. It's obviously
like that.
Gwen. Gwen is Chameleon.
And he works for both Marvel and Sony.
Nah, he works for Warner Brothers for DC. He's been spying on them.
Bullies. I do not want to make fun of DC. They're trying to do their best to make the good Batman and Superman. They're trying to entertain us because we haven't seen this movie in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm glad they at least delayed that a year.
By the
More
way, I
time to
love
work
this
on it.
scene. They nailed the friendship, sort of, I
It's
I just
almost
wish
like
there
they
was more
knew
of it.
each other for more than 5 minutes.
Guys, I actually realized something. Peter Parker and Harry Osborn has got the same haircut from Spider-Man 3, with a emo haircut and,
I am aware with the emo hair.
yeah.
everything okay here, Harry?
Around.
And your emo haircut?
We are
Oh.
shinies. Imagine a
Show me-
goblin's laugh at the like.
The chameleon is one of those kids.
Yeah.
I think the chameleon
Yeah.
was the horse.
Nah, he's the entire carousel.
I'm spying on you, Parker. Chameleon was Craven's brother, so we should expect Craven.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chameleon is obviously the guy on that boat.
That girl
And on
to the
that-
left.
Chameleon's
No,
the hat.
he's the bridge. He's the bridge. That's what it is. Chameleon is the bridge.
Or
He's on
that-
Pier 17.
Hey, Harry, look
I
at me.
think
I'm gonna
Chameleon
commit
is
suicide.
one of the Peter's shoes, like one of the canvases.
Here's a funny fact too. Actually, when my friend actually went up to New York, he actually went to this exact spot and did what Andrew did, and some security guards started running straight towards him.
And he spoke with American accent as well.
No.
Andrew's
Seriously.
accent during the rock
Parker
scene
was
is
able to
just
do that.
weird.
I'll tell you why Peter Parker did it. Because he doesn't give any fucks,
He'll just web zip away. It's like web zips away. By the way, Harry, I'm Spider-Man. Now they're in Central Park.
I think
Chameleon's that rock that hides.
I think Chameleon is the camera.
No. I think the chameleon is up in the tree.
Forrest, I think we've got a new joke.
Yep, chameleon is a forest.
Chameleon is the sea.
Chameleon is the rock.
Hydra Man.
That's why he
confirmed.
jumps so.
Chameleon is Peter's shirt.
Chameleon is God. Chameleon is life.
Chameleon is Hydra Man. Chameleon is Peter Parker's full of junk.
Chameleon is the briefcase. Richard Parker's briefcase.
Chameleon is
Chameleon
the
is love. Chameleon is life.
Chameleon.
Will
Chameleon
you
is
stop Chameleon into your life, my sons?
Chameleon is the clock. Is the cock tower.
It's funny too. In some Lego Spider-Man series, I'm Chameleon, so I'm actually really enjoying this.
Clock
right
tower.
now.
Cock tower.
Chameleon is the laptop.
Chameleon is the
microphone.
waveform.
Is the microphone.
This is like the new everything okay here, Paul. We've just created here.
Yeah.
Chameleon is the camera lens.
After this scene, we get to see the sea
Chameleon is the
and
fanny
Electro.
pack.
We're just making fun of everyone who brings up the crazy chameleon mysterio theories. There are plenty of guys who said that
Or the
maybe.
Venom theory with that camera,
What
like in the
if-
background
like,
in one of
what
the
if-
trailer shots.
What if Aunt May is Venom, and stuff like that?
Starring Aunt May's Carnage or something.
I am chameleon.
Guys, after this
Even
scene,
though
we
he's
get to see-
Spider-Man, I'm gonna guess that Peter Parker is also Doc Ock.
By the way, during this scene, I felt a little bit stupid in the theater. You know why? I was one of the
Why?
few who kept saying that Max Dillon accident was planned, was actually a setup by Osborn or Mencken, and in this scene we see that it was actually an accident. So they tried to cover it. It wasn't really a
Wasn't that
setup.
the website 7?
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't really a setup by Oscorp. He really jumps into the tank, and it was simply an accident. So I was wrong about this theory, very wrong.
You were wrong!
Could you pay me in
Oh,
advance?
okay. This is it. This is it. My grandmother, when I showed her this, like, I love her response to what she thought of Electro. Because she didn't know who Electro was. She doesn't know really much anything about Spider-Man. So, you know what immediately she was thinking?
Hmm.
Is Electro a butterfly?
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys,
Coming out of a chrysalis. It's not dumb. I think that's what they planned, but
look
that's
about the
actually
beautiful butterfly.
too much.
Guys, it's Electro
Rectra, yes.
with the. And he's gonna team
Dr.
up with
Manhattan.
Dr.
Still,
Octopus.
still, Alfred Molina's scene in the hospital was more terrifying than this. The Doc
Oh,
Ock
yeah.
scene, yeah. It was
But
just...
this is coming out of a chrysalis, though. I
Yeah,
agree.
his first kill count was actually in the deleted scene.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
touches someone and they're fried to a crisp on the wall.
Yeah, right here. They just cut it right about right here. Yeah. I don't know if I was unsynced or not, but that could have been cool.
I do remember the lacquer picture. We thought it's symbiote, but it was actually a Morch, and it was probably Electro's body inside there.
I love this song.
Oh yeah, what's the name of this song? I don't.
It's
It's
called Song
copyrighted.
for Zulu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or Zula.
It's
Song
on
for
the-
Zulu or Zula.
Song for
Yeah, it's-
Zula. And
Yeah,
it's
it's on-
not a character from Avatar The Last Airbender.
And just to let you know, I remember laughing, and no one really knew why I was laughing at this one scene. It's not only because he's playing Frogger, but
Oh,
watch
yeah.
closely by his side on the next car.
Talk to the hand, bus.
No, what?
Toe bus.
He just took out a mirror. Yeah, he took out a mirror. No one notices that for some odd reason. He just goes,
He walked
"Eh,
into traffic and he was like, I don't give a fuck about this traffic because I'm Spider-Man.
it's pro Frogger.
I do remember reading about the fact that in real life, Andrew and Emma, they haven't seen each other for a couple of days before filming this scene. So
Aw.
it would make
And
it
so
more.
obviously, as soon as the camera stopped rolling, they fucked right on the street.
Yeah, so it would make it
Yeah.
more authentic sort of reaction.
Well, remember,
No,
Andrew-
that would be every kid's, teenagers, what they would do, after they see someone, then they would just pretty much fuck in the middle of the street. I would never do that.
yeah, remember Andrew had a one-night stand.
With.
You've
Emma?
never seen that video?
Hmm?
Basically, it's Bill, Jamie Foxx, Andrew, and Emma Stone all together. And it's basically this person's asking like questions, and they ask, "Have you ever had a one-night stand?"
Wasn't
And
it
he
on
says,
Ellen?
"I have."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on Ellen. My friend really showed me that the other day, who is a huge Spider-Man fan. I wish she was here because I think she would. She hasn't seen this yet, and I know she would love seeing it. But yeah, she showed me that scene. I'm like, oh, they're so adorable.
Here's the laugh. Here's gonna be the laugh. Chameleon is the laugh.
Chameleon is that.
That bus. That just the drove.
Chameleon's the Gwen scarf.
Chameleon can be anyone. Anyone
Yeah.
can be a hero. Anyone
Chameleon
can
could be the Spider-Man toy. I'm holding
Chameleon
in my
was
hand.
that mirror, so he got killed.
Chameleon is everyone. in
Chameleon
this
was that
entire
little
movie.
electric tool that Electro
I'm the
sucked energy out of.
chameleon.
No, I am the chameleon.
Plot twist.
Okay, then I'm Mysterio. Then I am the Rhino.
I told you I'd
You
kill
wanted,
you.
you wanted the Mandarin? I am the chameleon. Wait.
This scene was actually really. Now that was intense. Just him first time realizing that he needs power to survive. And then the first thing he sees after that is Times Square, where all the electricity lives.
I remember a
Yeah.
friend of mine was who watched the movie. He didn't like it, but he was saying like, "Why didn't Electro go straight to the power plant?"
Oh,
I don't know,
Yeah.
if you're kind of dazed and confused like Electro is after kind of just dying and you see a massive pile of electricity like mere feet in front.
Oh, Matt. Matt.
Matt died. Oh no.
Oh no, Electro got him. No wait, Chameleon got him.
yeah.
I thought it was Mysterio.
Once they announced that Electro will be in the Amazing Spider-Man, I knew straight away that there will be a Times Square fight scene. I mean, where else, right? So
Well, for
many.
me, I knew there was going to be a Times Square fight. I didn't want there to be one, but once I saw it, I went, now you're ripping off Ultimate Spider-Man.
I was
Actually
expecting.
thought
I
there was
remember,
a fight in the power plant, and well, I was right. But you were kind of wrong about the power plant being on top of Oscorp Tower. But it was actually in the power plant that was under the bridge with all the water. That's of course Electro's weakness from the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Speaking of the Times Square fight, I remember a guy on YouTube, Spider-Man 2029,
Seconds, I was
got
getting
into a discussion. He was talking about how apparently they were going out of their way to make sure that I'm quoting here, that the Times Square fight topped the train scene from Spider-Man 2. They didn't succeed here because the fight lasts, 2 seconds?
Well, it's tough to compare the train scene really to the fight scene. I don't know. The scene where Peter stops the train, I think, is one of the, if not the best Spider-Man, scene
Moment.
What
moments.
about
Yeah,
the ending where,
Right, that's the clock
where it
removed.
just has he's just a kid?
yeah, that's such a great scene.
I just love that he just paused right after she said, "I'm going to England." It's like, what? But I was born in England. Wait a minute, I was raised in England.
Yeah.
Well, the
That's I own
entire
Facebook.
fight at Times Square is just Peter hits Electro with the fire hydrant, and then hits him with a fire hose, and then that's the end.
Too bad he doesn't make a costume out of mattress like he did once.
What about plastic? No, rubber Spidey suit. Because in comics he had rubber gloves.
Yeah.
To
That was his Electro's first appearance, wasn't
that
it?
was actually referenced in after the battle.
Oh, rubber gloves. It was the first issue with Electro. I think Amazing Spider-Man issue 9. He took the rubber gloves and he defeated him. He managed to punch him. Wasn't it in the it's first one.
I love this
Hey, Mickey!
soundtrack.
Mickey Mouse is in the movie. Disney crossover with Sony confirmed.
Oh, no.
Oh shit! By the way, guys, I don't know how you feel about, but this song, Paranoia song, it doesn't fit this scene like completely. I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, what part doesn't fit?
Okay, Gwen, I
I
stripped
mean,
naked.
where
Let's do it.
where it starts, like paranoia. It's so weird. It's
Well,
even
it's what
it-
he's thinking.
It's
That's
even,
the thing.
yeah,
It's
it's even, no, I don't. It's even weirder than the basketball score in the first film. The score during basketball scene.
Holy crap! It's like Watch Dogs. We can see the phones, we can see the wires, and oh shit.
Yeah, he sees electricity basically.
It's funny that they have all the product placement here, considering that the majority of this scene, I think, was
Less
filmed
flares.
in a soundstage.
Yeah, there's a Disney, so Spidey in Avengers confirmed.
We actually make fun of that. Just holy crap! Disney and Spider-Man confirmed,
I think everybody here is chameleon.
including that cop, including that Electro.
Nah, it's the cop's hat.
Dr. Octobus.
Yeah, he's gonna lift the Octobus. Fuck you, truck. WPS. Product licensing.
Is it real or is it CGI?
It was CGI.
I think
I've seen the video with him doing
practical
the-
effects.
Yeah,
Dude, I've seen the behind the scenes. It was actually fake. Well, except for that pushing the truck away.
I think Electro is real.
And here, we can all see him.
The camera guy looked like Steven Spielberg, honestly.
I thought it was Every Arad or the radio guy.
Hancock?
See,
I remember a lot of people saying,
you can see me.
a lot of people were laughing in this scene when it was in the theater because of the music, where it's kind of like whimsical music, like
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Electro is seeing himself in the screen. Da, 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 da.
That's what I'm talking about.
See,
The score
can
doesn't
see-
fit this
can
scene
see-
completely.
You can see me. Holy shit! I can see myself.
Tear gas.
Are you sure it was tear gas? It's just
It's-
smoke.
Pumpkin
I don't know,
bombs.
I assumed it was.
Pumpkin bombs.
Explosion!
I really don't understand why pumpkin bombs were actually screaming in the Spectacular Spider-Man show. There was no point of them screaming. Pumpkin bombs have souls.
Yeah.
How does that
Actually,
even
I
work?
prefer
Electricity
the
makes the
hand
bullets
to the-
explode?
You're out, Norman.
Out am I?
Am I?
Head boom.
The reason I remember this scene, yeah.
Now here comes my Batman voice. Yo, Sparkles! Remember in the hangout we used to do? Yo,
Yeah.
Sparkles. Incoming.
Well, that's yeah.
The sneakers are chameleon.
Hey, what'd I miss?
You missed the whole film,
Everything.
basically.
You missed the entire thing. How
We're-
dare you?
We're watching it for the second time now.
Oh, okay.
Blueprints.
Blue. I'm blue.
I'm
I
blue.
can see the Twizzlers.
You forget my name, Max? Is it
Oh
Max?
wait, I'm not gonna hear
No.
it. Oh shit.
Cue audience laughter.
Yes.
Everybody kept saying that he got angry because Spidey forgot his name, but that's not the only reason. The reason is because the guy shot him, and like there are plenty of
Then
reasons.
he became famous. Everyone just cheered because he
Yeah,
saved the cop. all
Spider-Man.
because-
Spider-Man sort of ruined his famous moment, of being
Wait, to
popular.
describe it in a
That's
more
like-
way that I'll be describing it when I compare Spider-Man 2 and Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's more of he's mad that Spider-Man, you know, he was always seen as a loser, no one knew who he was, everyone ignored him, and then finally, even if it's for a negative reason, everyone finally sees who he is, and then Spider-Man swoops in and takes that away from him.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
And
about
yet
the whole
people
crowd
call
was
him
boozing as well.
undeveloped.
Kemper.
Stupid bastards.
Yeah. So where can we find
on
a
a
place
second.
where?
Somebody's calling Electro.
Don't do it,
that
Alex!
sniper. If he did not shot him, none of this would have happened. Then again, holy crap.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
actually, we actually thought that he would actually upgrade, you know, just to extend his web shooters, but
Yeah,
that
we've
was not the case.
there were plenty of pictures where he had a bigger web shooter, sort of upgraded version, but we've never seen them in the
promo
film.
pictures fooled us.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
this
and
is
you-
beautifully shot here. I love this.
And you made the idea that he had his original web shooters, and then Electro shocked him, and he had to get new ones, or
Yeah, I
they
think it
acted
was
up.
in my script for the Amazing Spider-Man, which isn't finished still, by the way. Two
I
years
just
years.
turned into a skeleton when you did not finish it yet.
Where's part 6, 7?
Yeah, just let me adapt it, and everything will be fine here, Paul.
Selfish.
By the way,
Okay,
a few things.
I haven't missed my favorite scene yet.
I actually managed to predict a couple of things in my script, such as Electro goes to the prison, and they give
Wait,
him, yeah,
this is the best scene in the movie.
Here's
which
the
is yeah.
beautiful Spider Sense moment.
And
Oh,
here
yeah.
is Ben's favorite incarnation of the Spider-Man theme.
Well,
But you'll hear it when it.
I'll be honest. I have a problem with this spider sense, the way it is in this scene particularly. That's not how it works, and I said it many times. But yeah, whatever.
Oh,
It reminds
here
me
it
of
is.
Sherlock Holmes.
It
Yeah.
actually reminded me of the Spider-Man video game, you know, the movie game, you know, for 2002.
This
Yeah.
is Ben's favorite Spider-Man theme, everyone.
This old man, it would have been a great Stan Lee cameo, much better than the graduation scene.
Oh yeah, that would be
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
part of the
I-
soundtrack was not included in the official release.
So many
I
lens
hated that version of
flares.
the scene wasn't included. Ah,
Oscorp,
Phooey.
Easter egg.
You heard me. Phooey.
Everyone face palms.
And Annie sign. It's
Now
almost
it's-
like Jamie Foxx is in the movie Annie.
Now it's time to light the candle, he said.
Yeah, it was his birthday.
Since
Really?
when Max is so creative with jokes, really?
Baskin
Well,
Robbins.
actually, Max is dead and pretty much became the birth of Electro. Max dead, Electro born.
He looks pissed.
Oh,
Oh.
crap, he looks ugly. Please turn on the HD.
He's about to kill a few people here, as I did in
And
scene
then there's a random. And then when he hits the billboard, there's somehow a random promo shot of the first image they ever released of Spidey's suit.
Yeah, I used this part of the
Concept
soundtrack to my
concept.
drama piece in school.
Boom, boom, boom!
Director of it, so I used this bit of music.
I'm wondering where are Avengers at this time? Like,
They
why
don't
why
exist.
aren't they
Actually,
here?
the correct question is, where's Christopher Walken and his bag of cornflakes?
Yeah.
You know, Spider-Man, I think you suck at being a superhero right
Let's-
now.
Let's just hope you got insurance for Times Square.
I
I'm
do.
just
I,
worried if
Where's
I...
I'm
Superman?
shooting electricity at you, even though it doesn't work like this in real life.
You guys
I
seen
just
it?
I don't
Physics!
get
He just blew
watered
up.
down. That
just-
is my only weakness. Stuff.
He just blew up a few people there. They exploded. I've seen it. Oh, once again. It's like,
Water.
Here's the
No,
water.
my only weakness. Ow, it hurts.
You know, that's
Why
actually an Easter
the
egg from
hats?
the Spectacular Spider-Man. He was defeated with water.
Hmm.
Or was he got shot and then exploded?
That was Ultimate, I think he got shot in.
And in MTV, he was actually put in the grid. You know, that's how he, into the electrical wires. You know, I'm pretty sure that's how he got defeated. But we're not going to spoil it to you.
England? Really?
Well, on the bright side, if she would have went to England, that would have meant she fucks Norman Osborn and gives birth to twins.
But then again, he's dead, so it's best to fuck Harry. You know, it still counts.
Guys, are you ready for Dr. Kafka scene?
Oh dear God.
I gotta
Not
tell you.
yet,
You
but
know, you know what?
No, no.
Once
Are you
the
ready for blatant song product placement of a song that doesn't fit the scene at all?
actually,
Not
I love
even
the song.
remotely close.
I
Here
want
comes
to
the
hold out on
Run-Christ,
that, please, Seb,
gloves
because
Easter egg.
I have something to say about Dr. Kaffa, and we gotta wait till the scene comes up.
hey, these two.
Oh God.
These two.
Okay,
These two nerd guys aren't they the guys from the first movie, the ones with the tablet, like they were?
Yes.
Yeah, they're discussing physics, weren't they?
Yeah.
Hey, Spider-Man
Yep.
has some Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, I just wish my relationship was like that, but after seeing this movie, I wish I don't.
It ended quite
I
bad.
don't
that
want
way
to risk
you got
my
fucked
having
up. How do
my
you use the old
girlfriends
one?
just dying or stuff like that.
My web shooters are broken. Let's go to the Oscorp's website and buy new ones, just like I
What's
did
the
with
deal
you.
then?
Yeah, like he
Now
bought
let's
the
just
web
be an
for it as
emo
well.
and listen
And
to
there's the
music.
tune.
At this point, I think he bought Spidey's costume there as well.
I thought it was spandex.
He bought.
That was in the 7th room.
He bought the.
Oscorp is chameleon.
He bought the webbing from Oscorp's website, web shooters, probably.
You know,
Yeah.
I think Oscorp is kind of like a supervillain supermarket.
Yeah. It's like,
You know, I actually listened to the song while I was at the car wash the other day, and I was like, huh. Why have I heard this before?
They don't play over here in the UK.
Roosevelt. What is Roosevelt? Really? Bing?
It's actually.
He's not using Bing. What?
Well, he was
Well,
using
no,
Gmail.
I enjoyed Bing.
I'm making a web of information. Huh?
Here I am printing things from Spider-Man 3 just to see what happened wrong with it. Maybe I don't know, see a link between Spider-Man and tell me why he cried. Like a little girl, like when he saw Mary Jane in Cinderella.
This song, it
Or
doesn't
like a
fit
baby when he saw her in Cinderella.
this scene like completely. I just realized that. Oh my god, Michael Scofield.
Do I have to lose you too? Yes, you
No,
do,
do I
Peter.
have to love
Foreshadowing.
you? You actually said it's do I have to love you, but then you actually looked a bit closer and actually
Yeah, it was a bad quality trailer, so
like 360
yeah.
Xbox 360.
Hmm.
Django and we should do a compilation of most of your mispronunciations if you're against that. Wait.
Something is wrong.
Wait, how come I never missed that? How could I never notice that, like, in my life?
Oh my gosh, so many Easter eggs. Dr. Morbius,
Venom
Project
and,
Project
Dr.
Oct,
Connors.
Project Oct, which is definitely Dr. Octavius, and Dr.
Chameleon.
Venom
Uh,
Story
Venom
7.0.
There's Project Australia, which is arguably Craven. Australia
And the
Project.
Venom storage.
Venom Storage, obviously, yeah.
Or maybe it's the Venom, the Spider Venom.
Military Lab. And
later.
Here's something funny about it. That little video he plays of, Max with, later on in the movie when he plays the video of Max doing his little speech,
yeah.
his speech is different than what it was in the actual prison.
Yeah.
Yay! Hooray for
Obviously got
inconsistency!
some, I don't know, editors. And have you actually noticed in that YouTube video, he actually, some crazy scientist guy, he's got about 2 subscribers.
Symbiote.
He's got about a 100,000
I noticed the YouTube
views,
video had
and
that
no
many views
dislikes,
and only
even though
like
it shows dislikes. Look at it.
he only has
Look
2 subs and 257,000 views.
92 likes.
Why
zero dislikes,
isn't
it's
he?
a massive
Why isn't
gap.
he watching 7WebHeads right now?
It's a related
Our
video.
audio,
I'm gonna
our,
Photoshop
He's a
that
boss,
now.
Peter, don't listen to him.
our audio commentary for Spider-Man 3.
Explode!
Yeah,
What the?
I have to remember that.
Boom!
That's
I mean,
just
he should be
in-
watching Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he should have been watching Bill Nye the Science Guy instead of. He should have been.
music.
Boom, boom, boom.
Scuba Spider-Man confirmed.
Hydra Man! Scuba Spider Man, Hydra Man.
Aquaman.
Now I want Scuba Spider-Man.
Now I wonder what Aunt May's doing. I love this. This is just cheesy.
I came! If you think about it. Hey, it's my ringtone.
Hey,
You
he has
done
the
screwed
X-Men
up.
shooters from the first movie.
Yeah.
Somebody laughed so hard during this scene in theater he farted.
Sorry. I was burping.
Peter, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? I'm dying, but everything else is alright.
Hey, listen, you want to go see the Amazing Spider-Man 2 today?
Okay, let's see the
Oh, and
design.
now we gotta get to that other scene that was
By the
cut.
way, guys, he's wearing old web shooters, just in case.
Yep.
I wish there was the deleted scene where he says, "Isn't that the question of the day?" or "Isn't that the breakfast meal of the day?"
Could you switch the
Well,
channel,
just see.
please?
What about
That
Spider-Man?
other
Or
scene
what about my
should have
cornflakes?
not been cut. Like, what were they thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, cancer. He said cancer. What about the cancer suit?
Oh yeah,
cancer
the cancer Easter egg definitely has to be.
symbiote.
Yes.
Maybe some Sony executive said the movie was too long, and that's why they had to cut it.
We still don't
It
know.
should have been too long.
Oh, wait,
We would have loved
no,
the movie even
that
more.
picture of the newspaper. There's actually something funny I noticed about that. Like, I've said this to a couple other people. That newspaper, the headline for that is, "Wow, first clear photo of Spider-Man." And Peter's before about talking about getting paid shit wages. Well, no wonder, Peter, if that's the first clear picture you ever sent of Spider-Man, no wonder you were getting paid jack
Yeah.
shit.
Which
He
it
can do
bugs me.
everything.
He says like, "Oh, he'll give me a fair wage if it was 1961." He should have said 62. He was so close to saying 62.
That's outrageous. Done.
At least you tried, Mark Webb, but you know.
Okay,
Well,
and
this
did you
bug-
actually notice
Yeah.
Harry Osborn saying doing everything else a spider can? That's actually another one of the theme tunes.
What do you
That's
mean?
everything a spider can.
Oh, right.
It's just doing it for fan service, but it comes out as kind of cringe-inducing.
Could be worse fan service. He could have been like, "Is he strong? Listen, bud." Like, some shit
Well,
like
actually, that I would like.
The thing with the villain using Peter Parker as a sort of a, how to say it, like to get Spider-Man is like overused now at this point in the films. Doc Ock, he got Spider-Man through Peter Parker, sort of. And then,
Seven, didn't you actually make a theory about Harry needing Spider-Man's blood?
yeah,
You need a medal for that.
I did?
You
I
need
had
a
so
medal
many
because
theories at this point, I think I was just expecting at least one of them to be right.
Well, one of them was right.
Yeah. Well, it was. It did. I think I wasn't the only one. That did make sense back then that Harry will need his blood. What else? Spider-Man's blood. But I thought that he will need the blood to finish the Goblin Serum, something like that. I think.
Well, we all know that there's only one cure for Harry that you didn't mention.
Donuts.
Cornflakes. We said it.
The guy in the black suit, the security guard, actually, he was actually entitled as the man in the black suit.
Mm,
Did you know that?
yeah.
Really?
Originally, I thought he
Harry's
might
acting
be.
in this scene is really, really good. It's a shame that people are all like, "Yeah, Dane DeHaan's performance was shit because the movie was shit."
Really?
It wasn't. Dane DeHaan is fantastic.
Dan
in
DeHaan
this
is
film.
like
yeah,
great.
my friend Marcus actually thought it was great. He actually
Yeah.
loved it.
Dan DeHaan is
Well,
well,
a lot of people, from what I've seen, they're saying that everyone's performance, Harry's included, was shit because the movie was shit.
Well, they can go to hell because I want them to.
No, the Hans performance is one of the highlights probably of this film.
I love the Hand.
Yes,
So
he's such a great actor.
This
Yeah.
girl's dating Spider-Man. Hey, catch her because the fangirls really want Andrew Garfield.
Oh, I love that outfit on Gwen. She looks so nice.
That outfit might be chameleon.
Why would a chameleon be in Gwen Stacy?
Chameleon is
in
elevator.
Stone? Then again, I do not want to ask that because
Chameleon
I'm
is
pretty
the
sure-
door.
So I'm
Yeah.
guessing Spider-Man just like broke through the elevator. It's like I better save Gwen.
I actually think that their relationship in this movie is actually a lot better in the Sam Raimi films, without a doubt.
Uh,
Because they can actually have some funny moments and cute moments, like in the closet scene, where it does not include the lap dance scene, sadly.
With Paul.
Oh no, no, no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Something interesting happened.
Instagram happened.
you.
Oh, this is the most cliched hiding place ever. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't take us to the Bahamas with the hiding places. I actually thought it was quite hilarious.
Yeah.
The
No,
audience was laughing in my theater.
that was probably improv though.
Probably. My best guess.
When is the Dr. Kefka scene?
Yeah,
this is
after
how-
this
that's the
It
scene.
wouldn't be much after this scene.
After
I will
she
go.
tells-
I will go away from keyboard during this scene. I just can't
Why?
watch it. It's so.
No, you're watching it with us, goddammit.
It's so weird. Kefka is.
No.
If we had to sit through
you
every
need to
other
know
scene,
why.
you are not avoiding this.
No, you are not leaving this,
Protection.
Seven, because I have something very important to tell you once he shows up.
Well,
Forrest, you
I
gotta
will-
think this through, man.
I will
I know.
rewatch. I will rewatch our commentary and then I will find out.
No, you will stick with us.
No.
You do it for the fans.
Yeah, but
please stay with us.
If you leave,
Please,
you
come on,
are a
Seven.
big chicken.
well, that's the reason you are here, guys. In case I will go away, you can speak.
No.
Without
stay
you,
with
we're
us.
nothing.
By the way, here's a
Seven.
funny scene.
What would Peter Parker do?
Peter
Yeah.
Parker would stop being Spider-Man.
We're going to the Kefka scene right after she is done talking with Harry, and you are not leaving us.
Chameleon is the cap.
Of course he
he's
is.
that man with the black suit. Ow, my
Chameleon's
finger.
obviously the coffee that spills on their face.
Should be on the ground screaming pain right now.
Boo!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, that was actually pretty
Surprise,
funny. Not like that.
motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker.
He's so-
Surprise.
Oh, and of course,
Through
there is
that.
the other thing that people complain about with Harry. Harry's a hipster.
Oh no, not again.
Yeah, but his hair
How,
made different.
how can you judge a film's plot by like only by the looks of the characters, like hair and stuff like that? It's just stupid.
Dude, we're watching The Amazing Spider-Man 2, not The Amazing Haircut 2.
Yeah, that's the thing, Ron.
Seriously, it did not even bother me.
People get annoyed by anything these
And
days.
here
that's what
Harry realizes that in order, if Peter won't really give him the blood, he could torture Gwen, maybe,
I mean, it's automatically what goes through our
by
heads. So.
feeding
Well, here
her,
it is.
Ice
by-
scared me.
Dr. Constantine.
by feeding her
Ah,
car.
here it comes!
By
Here
feeding
it
Here
your-
comes
everyone.
the mad scientist scene.
Seven, you better not leave us because I don't trust you to watch this.
by
thing.
feeding
Forrest,
your car.
just think it through.
I can't
Just
say
take
a
breath and
sentence
think
for
it
a
through.
minute.
Can I say something, Seven, about what
feeding
my
your-
first
he
experience
will
was when I
torture
first
your-
saw this?
Let me speak
He's
first.
a mad
Everyone's
scientist.
talking at once. We can't understand each other.
By
Shut up and let Forrest talk.
he will oh shit. Let me make it quick. He will torture Gwen by feeding her cornflakes 24 hours. Alright, Forrest, I'm out for now. I can't watch it.
Oh, no!
Christ.
This is what immediately I thought. I was in this, I was studying this guy, I was like, he looks familiar a bit.
She looks.
and then we hear this. Ready? Here we go. Come on, say
He
something.
looks like a mad scientist.
That's 'cause
Right, well, a funny accent. That sounds very unique and different. Is this guy 7?
I'm Dr.
Immediately, I thought
I
this guy
will
was 7.
create Frankenstein.
Hello, Electro.
I thought he was 7 the whole time in every single scene he was in. Look,
I
look at this.
hate that they made him into like, well, they made Dr. Kafka, female, very not thick accented, scientist into male stereotypical. They made her into Doc Ock pretty much.
But
Guys.
do you see 7 on his face a bit? Take away the glasses.
Guys,
And
do you actually realize that this part where they just locked him in, it's kind of like in the original comics where Electro was kind of locked in a cage or a cell, and everyone just, there was some lights and just cameras and all that. SevenWebHeads actually mentioned this. I feel it
And
in
you know
my
what?
balls.
And you know what makes
I
this
feel it
even
in my
better?
veins.
When I look at this and I see 7, it's because.
You want more? Yes, amen, hallelujah, amen.
What's going on, Electro? I'm out for now.
Do it.
I really just see 7 when I see this guy, and I feel so bad about that.
So 7 is now playing Dr. Kafka in the Amazing Spider-Man cinematic universe.
Yes, and if anyone does any fan art of that, more respect for you guys.
Well, they did. Have they even done any fan art that we've asked them to already? They've done memes, but they haven't done fan art, from what I could tell.
I want to see fan art, so I don't think they even know what we look like. They do think I'm just a. Oh wait.
You're just a disembodied voice. That's
I'm
all you are.
Wanda
That's all we are, just voices on the internet.
in living color.
That is fascinating, but not least.
There
Breathe well, Electro.
Electro. And I shall create
Body.
Frankenstein after this. He will be very, very useful for my lighting stuff. People actually thought that Dr. Kafka was actually alive after this movie, and he was actually Doc Ock.
Okay, 7, you can come back.
Yeah, I'm sure he's alive after
Seven!
getting drowned and electrocuted. I'm sure he's okay. Just a flesh wound.
Chameleon is back.
Oh, okay.
I can see the question mark. The Riddler is confirmed in the Amazing Spider-Man universe.
This scene.
Well, 7 can't wait to hear what insult I had to give to him this time.
Yeah. Great performance from Sally Field during this scene, by the way.
Yeah, you're my boy.
I
It's
don't
perfect.
like the one bit of
No,
dialogue.
wait.
She's like,
Gotta do my
It's-
fanboy voice. She sucks because she's not Rosemary Harris. Rosemary Harris's speech was so much better in Spider-Man 2.
Mm.
I'd say they're on equal terms.
She's such a different version of Aunt May. You can't compare it, really.
well, she says the key line. Remember in Amazing Spider-Man
She's
where
actually,
I was.
she's actually the realistic version of Aunt May because, she would not have actually gray hair that quick, with Peter's age like that.
But
No.
you remember me actually saying in the Amazing Spider-Man 1 commentary where I saw this Aunt May as kind of a mom figure.
Mm.
Keyword, she says, "You're my boy."
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Or my
that's-
boy.
hey, whatever happened with the scene where Aunt May says secrets have a cost, the truth does too, it was not included in the deleted scenes as well.
Trailer bait. See,
Yeah.
that's a mother talking.
Oh, and fun fact, people keep talking about how Martin Sheen's quote-unquote cameo was cut from this movie, but it's not. In that flashback scene with the suits and from the CIA, we see the back of Martin Sheen's head, so that counts.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I think Sony ImageWorks are the only one who can confirm it or not. I think Martin Sheen during the flashback that's coming out is just a CG Martin Sheen. Look closely
Well, no, now we have
because
to see the making of that scene with the CGI guys from Sony ImageWorks, and they'll go, and you see here, we put in this CGI Martin Sheen because we wanted to be inspired by the comic books. And
Well, you got to remember too. We have when the scene where he does all the flips in Times Square. All those people were not real; they were all CG.
I should let you know that I cannot even tell the difference between the practical effects and the special effects in this movie because the effects are so good I cannot even tell which one is real, which one is not.
I can tell.
Yeah, I agree on you on that, Mark.
lens flares!
But Aunt
Yeah,
May, where are my comics? All these horrible books, I threw them away.
Yeah, look closely at Martin Sheen.
Back of his head! See? Back of his head. It counts.
Wait,
I
gotta see the
actually,
front.
people actually thought that these CIA people were actually the SHIELD agents,
Yeah, I do remember
yeah,
that.
I remember
I don't
that.
want them because it's too early, but since then
And
it's confirmed
if
that
you
they're
watch
not.
my video where I talk about this picture with these two FBI guys, I actually said that they might be there to investigate Richard Parker and Mary Parker's case. Once again, hey, I've given credit to myself like a complete idiot.
You get a pat on the back and a Spider-Man popsicle sent in the mail.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna pat the computer screen instead because I cannot actually find you.
Why does it say May on her badge? Is it like in case somebody forgets that she's Aunt May?
Well, you cannot actually just say Aunt May. She's just May.
Why
May
Peter
Parker.
isn't wearing the one which says Peter? And
Hello,
why,
my name is.
He actually has a shirt in that he doesn't wear that often that says "My name is Spider-Man."
oh,
Yeah.
I'm looking Andrew Garfield straight in the eye.
so
What the
weird.
fuck happened last night? I dreamed of goblins and electricity people and holy shit, Spider-Man!
Where are my
So over right now.
cornflakes?
He was doing some weird stuff.
Did you
Yeah,
bring
you
me?
can tell by his eyes.
Did you bring me some cornflakes?
You see Spider-Man just looks him in the eye and just takes a bong at his pocket and sticks it on the table.
I feel so exhausted without my cornflake.
Spider-Man's just going, huh?
Well,
Nice.
Harry, I don't have any cornflakes for you, but I do have my Spider-Man cereal.
You know what's
It
Here-
tastes
here's
like shit,
what,
Spider-Man.
what's funny? I don't really get it. Dan DeHaan mentioned a couple of times on his Twitter during the filming process that he spent a couple of weeks in the gym, and if you look, he doesn't look like he looks very skinny, and he doesn't really look buffed a little bit at least.
That's because he had to do it for the Goblin stuff.
Well, yeah,
He
maybe.
He went to the gym, got a
What's that
hickey.
thing on his neck? Is like is
It's
part
a
of his
hickey.
neck expired and it's
No,
getting
no.
infected?
He will become the lizard later on.
And
He could do something worse with Spider-Man's blood. Maybe Ultimate Goblin. Maybe he could grow up to be big.
How much? Now that's the question. I would say like a couple of $1 million, and we can.
No, that's the question of
you
the
can
day.
Oh,
get-
guys,
Isn't that the
Well,
question
I
of
would
the
feel
day?
like- I remember I had a theory a while ago, and it could still happen for all we know, that they were going to go with 616, more 616 Goblin with Harry, and then eventually bring in Norman to do it Ultimate. Which I think I'd be fine with that if they did that.
Oh,
They're
Harry.
probably
You know
gonna
my
do it.
stance
You're
on
talking
Green
about
Goblin.
Harry being the hero eventually, the good guy, because
No,
he
but-
ended up being a good guy.
Well, no. I mean, he is 616 Goblin, and he dies eventually, and then Norman comes around, becomes Ultimate Green Goblin, and Peter has to fight him instead of.
that's
The
fine.
You
regular-
see Harry teaming up with Peter, or what?
Come on, everybody wants
See ya.
my money. I don't. Wealth and fame, he's ignored.
How
Fuck you,
much?
Cable!
How much for the cornflakes?
Sponsored by Domino's Pizza.
You're a fraud, Spider-Man. You fired. Parker, hello, you fired.
Yes, you're a fraud. You're a fraud, Sony, for to push back the dates. From
And
the
here is
Amazing
Gwen going to meet Norman. Probably. Oh, she's not in London.
Spider-Man. It was the Oxford University. I think
He's
that
going
would
back
be
to his
me if
Spider-Man
I actually found the girl I have a crush on. Just
Yeah, he's going back to his Amazing Spider-Man 1 performance.
power of stuttering.
The power of stuttering. And we're all quiet at the scene because I guess we don't like it.
Well, it's pointless.
Okay, there we go. I wasn't the
It's
only
just
one.
not this as I must say.
What about this deleted scene where she gets accepted?
Even more pointless!
Yeah.
2
Oh,
lines of
that
dialogue,
guy
that's all it
walking by,
takes.
he's the
Oh
chameleon.
look, it's funny because he's British. Ha ha ha
I'll just go and cry in the corner right now.
That's
ha.
That woman
Ha
is the chameleon.
that's another Easter egg. He's British.
Here's
Gotta
another
beat my
Easter egg.
laugh.
His shirt actually had said S and B at one part. So it's a SpongeBob Easter egg.
I love Plankton. Hey, these people are chameleons. The American
SpongeBob is the new Green Goblin confirmed. Spider-Man, I'm gonna kill you with Krabby Patties. Ah!
I'm officially twerking right now.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Ew.
England, really? All right, see you at the clock tower.
Cocktail.
I will show you the Oxford.
I will show you the Electro. Or the...
Oh, that amazingly small skirt on Gwen.
Sex.
Ben, do you need the room?
Yes, I do. Give me a second.
That's so dirty. You guys are nasty, all of you, and
Yep,
I'm
this
and,
is
and I'm the
not-
Because
chameleon.
of Gwen's legs in the movie.
I love this score.
Parker Rage!
I don't know
Paranoia,
what's better.
paranoia,
That was my
paranoia.
reaction
Orders
when
or,
I heard that
Simmers?
the Amazing Spider-Man 2 would actually just have, you know, the Venom movie and then the Sinister Six and then Spider-Man 3 and then the Black Cat, you know, because days have changed.
Where's the picture of Uncle Ben's killer? It was there in one of the promotional pictures in his room. Oh my God, so
I think
many.
he just gave up at this point.
I could be rich.
All these train tokens. I'll make them into web shooters.
I could sell them on eBay.
I can buy a train.
Buy some more cornflakes for Harry, cheer him up.
Hang on to the Dane train.
Oh, that was a great.
Next level, subway station.
I love that there's a
Shocker.
website literally just called Abandoned Stations.
Yeah.
Welcome to abandonedstations.com.
Are you looking for your father? That's the perfect place to find him.
Now, perfect commercial. Come to abandonedstations.com. Are you looking for your missing father who is involved with Oscorp?
Who's
We'll
actually
gladly
a-
help you find him.
Who's actually
We'll finish
alive?
the untold story.
The untold story continues.
Oh, it's the black cat.
Yeah, it's not Black Cat. You
Yeah,
don't like
we all
her because she
thought
doesn't
that
have the
she was
big
not-
bosom.
We all thought
She is
was not
way too young to be Black Cat. I'm still not buying it. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, but in the comics, she actually had the black hair. And by the way, I think Sony actually wanted us to know that she's Felicia Hardy, but since that people did not notice that she's Felicia Hardy, so Sony just had to tell
Then
them.
again, the 90s Spider-Man cartoon Felicia looked pretty young, and then she looked like 30 when she actually became Black Cat and became all woman.
I wonder
Well-
how Felicity will look like with the blonde hair. I haven't seen a single picture of her.
How about white hair?
White hair, yeah.
Well, we all know what you really want to see on Felicia.
Yeah,
We
boobs,
all know,
boobs,
Seven.
but
The big boobs.
boobs. Secret projects.
Dudes,
I know
please
so
keep your
much
dirty
about.
brains inside your heads.
You know
Maybe
so.
the women could probably just hear this.
You know so much about Oscorp. It's suspicious. Maybe you're a spy working for my father, who's dead now.
I'm trying to read the other things that they have there.
So are
Yeah,
you?
no drugs.
Damn it,
so-
being backwards.
Max, still an experiment.
Free cornflakes experiment.
Ooh.
Hashtag
Oh
free
my
Discord.
God.
That's actually the shot from the viral campaign.
Wait, how old is Harry?
No,
Late
but
20s,
he's,
maybe?
definitely- he looks young.
Well, it
Well,
looks
like, the reason why is I see him drinking every
20 years
scene.
old. No, he's about 20.
I can see
Okay,
a dead
he's 20.
frog. Dead frog.
I can see
is
him as
the
20 or
alien.
21. And
I
while
was
Yeah,
just
sure.
glad
Peter,
that Felicity actually told them that that Harry was there. Or Felicia told them, or whatever her name is. I'm too bored. I'm too like tired to care right now.
Yeah.
I can see the spacesuit. Maybe the chameleon's in there. Maybe Norman Osborn's isn't in there. Maybe it's the Mysterio.
Oh, the space.
Spider-Man Captain Universe story confirmed. Please, please, please.
Once I've seen the spacesuits, I don't know, I thought about the animated series Symbiote Origin for some reason.
Sony, I love Captain Universe. Make a movie with Spider-Man, please.
Screw this. I want to see Black Cat. Stop
You-
dying.
You're a vulture, I know it.
I
They
will
look so
take
sexy
your
in this
cornflakes
angle.
away from you, Colfior. Mark my words.
Yeah.
Okay, your words.
Oh, if he will be the vulture eventually, I will be so pleased.
look at that nose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Adrian Toomes.
Then
Cast
again,
ambition
there are
is
other
loose.
old people who can play Adrian Toomes. Hey, isn't
This
that
is
actually
the
one of my
escape
favorite-
Spider from the first movie?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I
me,
like the song that's actually...
Yeah, me and Ben love the score to this scene.
That's the funny thing
Yeah, I love
about
this song, though.
What's Flares?
about the upcoming scene where Richard Parker mentions that he puts his own DNA in these spiders, which means that there won't be any like Miles Morales or anything. You know, like people were expecting a reboot about Miles Morales.
You know what that also means? That also means that they took inspiration from Ang Lee's Hulk
Yeah.
for this movie,
Yeah.
for this series of movies.
Guys, did you know that?
I like Ang Lee's Hulk, but that's the one series you don't want to take inspiration from when it comes to keeping
No,
faithful to your origins.
it means that if there will be a Spider-Man without Spider-Man reboot, another Spider-Man, it has to be Peter's son or Spider-Girl, his daughter. You know,
Maybe they'll just make Miles Morales as Peter's son or half brother or something.
Yeah, some sort of connection.
And a third kick.
well, yeah.
Oh, hey, I just had to hit the wall 3 times and it just activated. Look, very cliche.
Music!
Love the music.
It's the Millennium Falcon,
It's a Spider-Mobile that rises up.
Spider-Mobile,
Look at-
Spider-Bike,
The
That
haze
Spider-Train.
train
are really...
is actually Mysterio with all the smokes, with Chameleon inside.
I think we
Chameleon is the train.
Yeah.
Dane train has arrived. All aboard the Dane train.
Pineapple
All aboard
train.
the old train,
Oh, the
baby!
gravy train.
Oh, and the computer is still active. How the hell did that happen? Who kept it clean?
I wonder where is Richard, according to the deleted scene, where is Richard Parker at this particular moment? I thought he was like living in a train for
Actually,
Probably hide in the back room of the train.
eating like,
actually,
Yeah, that's weird. Richard Parker's spying on him the whole time.
yeah.
Seven, didn't you actually said that somewhere there was the, one of the black containers, there was the black goo?
Yeah, I did.
There was in the
Look at that Sony computer.
glass.
Wait, where's Sony? I cannot see Sony anywhere.
It was just on the computer.
Well, I cannot see it anymore.
Well, wait.
My name is Richard
That's
Parker.
a pretty high quality webcam for being at least 15 years old.
My name is Richard Parker, and you can find me at the graveyard. I'm just walking around there, waiting for my son to appear. And
Finds his son at the
and just to tell
graveyard.
him that Gwen
Yeah,
died for
Peter
nothing.
goes to the graveyard. Peter, I've been waiting
See?
here for over a year. Where have you been, you fucking... you little brat.
Sony computer.
Sony everywhere.
Sony everywhere.
Sony has to
We're
work
just
for.
trying to be rich.
Sony works for
We
Chameleon.
make
For
Sony
Chameleon.
car, Sony sunglasses, Sony baseball cap.
I actually have a Sony
Sony
baseball
spit on his
cap.
face.
Okay, there are like a couple of security guards that are actually outside. How the hell did they not actually see this?
Yeah,
There are security cameras and shit like that.
I was so expecting to see a.
Harry's got some pretty good ninja skills.
I was expecting to see
Hey!
a Cletus Cassidy cameo during the Ravencroft scene or something like that in one of
What,
the
just sitting in
prisons.
a cell or
I was
something?
still wishing that cameo would have been Jim Carrey, like it was rumored for a while.
Yeah, just
Yeah, but
screaming
he's
there
not.
in one of the prison cells would be amazing.
Or even that is the name, you know, Cletus Cassidy, you know, it's on one of the doors.
Really?
Look who it is, Seven.
Oh shit. Rectoro.
Round 7. Or else he'll call you
Electro.
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 She was like a mad scientist in this movie.
Yeah, when Dr. Kafka, well, I only remember Kafka from the 90s show, but she was one of the best freaking characters, and...
They just killed her off.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Were you shouting my name?
It's funny he mentioned that they will use his researches for biological weapons, like for example, symbiote.
Well, this gets me thinking, like, they have, like, an army of Spider-Men going into, like, Vietnam and shit.
Yeah, I mean, really, biological weapons like Dr. Octopus arms or what?
I don't know.
Maybe.
They can lift up tanks.
Electric eels, maybe
Oh.
it's one of the Richard's researches as well. I love this scene, by the way.
Agreed. It
I
really
feel-
sort of shows that it was, you know, look, I hate the people who keep saying, like, oh, Electro, he didn't have much of a character, he didn't have any development. It's like, were you paying attention to the movie at all? Like,
Yeah.
he has...
He needed a little bit more just as Max Dillon, though.
What I love about this scene is that Max finally believes that somebody needs him, you know? Like,
Yeah.
for the first time during his whole life, somebody really needs his help. So it's very easy to manipulate with him. That's what
Well,
Harry
the second
uses.
time he believed it because he believed it when Spider-Man's like, I need you, you're my eyes and ears out here.
Yeah, yeah. And he betrayed him. And
Well, he
here-
didn't really betray him, he probably says that to everybody.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that wonderful actor.
Well,
It's just
yeah,
sort of like, you know, courtesy of your
from-
friendly
from-
neighborhood
from a-
Spider-Man, he likes that note everywhere.
from Electro's point of view, he thought he's sort of friends with Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, like, that's the weird thing. He's like, oh, me and Spider-Man became best friends. You met
Yeah.
once, Max.
Well, you know, he's a lonely type of guy. He doesn't have friends, so finally somebody noticed him. It was Spider-Man, and in the deleted scene with his mom, there was this scene where he shouts to her just like he did to Smythe, like, Spider-Man knows me, and you don't know, and, you know, and you forgot about my birthday, and Spider-Man remembers about my
Yeah.
birthday.
Excuse the language in this, but in that deleted scene, his mother's a fucking bitch.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I felt really sorry for him.
Definitely.
Dr. Manhattan. He killed
Another
everyone.
joke coming.
He killed the SWAT team guys, but he didn't kill Electro.
Electro mad.
Electro is still alive.
Hey, you're doing the voice. Yay.
No. That's straight from Watchmen,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
except without gigantic blue dick during the.
At
Hold
least
on.
he's
Wait,
wearing
wait, wait,
pants.
wait, wait, wait.
He's become a being of pure
Oh,
energy
crap.
with pants.
Everything. Hold on, wait.
Everything okay here, Max?
Hold on. I gotta do it. I gotta do it with his action.
I gotta love
Oh,
the makeup.
everything okay here.
Ash.
I'm going to take a bath. See ya.
Okay, thanks, bye.
That's all, folks.
Sounds like a siren.
Dr.
No, no.
Kefka will be back as Mysterio.
No. In
No,
that
he's
scene when he's like
dead.
screaming, he sounds like fuck, what's his name? Shit, it was a Looney Tunes character. Damn it.
Wait, what?
Daffy Duck?
No. Fuck.
Describe the character again.
Shit, Ruben, the fucking like the. Fuck, we don't know how he's going like. Wah! No, it was Wario. Damn it, not Looney Tunes. Mario character. He sounded like Wario going. Wah!
Is it Waluigi? Another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
You're leaving the abandoned train
Guys.
station website.
There was actually an alternative scene where Aunt May tells him where Gwen Stacy goes to instead of this scene.
Yeah.
Then again, where would this scene have been? You know, because
But they didn't want to finish the CGI, so.
This scene
Hello,
was.
Danny DeVito stand-in at the taxi. It's Spider-Man.
I think you're ahead of us.
Stop the cab, lady. I ain't even moving.
I think you're ahead of us. Unless
No, I'm not ahead of you. I can see Peter's looking out, but
Here it is.
he is in that cab. He is in that cab. The Danny
Super
DeVito stand-in
villain.
is in the cab.
Market.
Erector just killed the first person. And the last one. By the way, what's
Okay,
the point
guys,
of the
let me
plane?
just- Oh, wait a minute. A finger is fractured through my body. Let me just look at you one first time, and then I fall down. I just
Or
love
like
how we just
suit.
looked to make it for the last
And
time.
Electro is somehow able to make his clothes electricity as well. With a
So-
little lightning bolt on his arm.
So,
How cute.
so Adrian, are you ready to test the vulture's wings? I'm gonna throw you.
Roundhouse kicks him out the window.
And suddenly Max works for Osborn.
And yet people say that Electro had cheesy dialogue, and Harry's is worse.
Yeah.
Guys, please be quiet because I would like
Okay,
to just savor
fairy
this moment.
godmother, it's time to grant me a wish.
The only thing that really bothers me about his costume, I can ignore the fact that he got it from like nowhere, but the lightning
You love, eh?
on his arms is just so stupid.
Thank you.
His Electro's costume looks pretty much like the, if you pay attention to Ravencroft security guard's uniform. Maybe he modified it and he told me like, Osborn, I will put the lightning bolts on my arms.
Hey guys, what's the point of blue beings just want to kill Comfior? I mean, we had Loki, now Electro.
Yeah.
You know, he could just went like, fuck you, Elfie. I never liked you in Thor.
Oh, by the way,
even though
this
I actually
scene,
liked him.
during this scene, I would like to for you guys to pay attention. There are some rooms around. Yeah, we see Dark Ock's arms. There will be rooms which are kind of blurry. You don't really see what's inside there right now.
Nope.
Right now. So
Maybe-
you can see something there, like a purple colored or a green colored.
Mysterio.
Yeah, I know. Just pay attention. Here's the
I
door.
just paid attention.
No,
I
on
saw-
the right. You see? There's
no,
like
it's the elevator.
no,
right
no.
now.
There's smoke before the goblin's costume. There are plenty of rooms, and we don't see what's inside there. But if you stop the film, you probably can't see.
I'm
Yeah, I've
not.
just seen it.
Hey,
And I've seen it, yes.
What's there?
have I see
To
purple like
predetermine.
you said. I
Oz
don't even get how the
Corpus.
spider venom like makes his
I guess
condition worse.
Oscorp was made by a spider.
If
But that is
I
the one thing that does confuse me. It's like, okay, putting spider venom in him makes his condition accelerate. That makes
yeah.
sense. Because it doesn't make any sense. How the fuck does that work exactly?
Logic.
He's so sure that it will work. It's just ignorant.
Just
And I
desperation.
know I'm saying, and not with Harry, but I'm like, why does the spider venom make his condition worse?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's mutated or whatever, but it shouldn't do anything to the disease.
Well, logically, he would probably have spider powers right now, right?
Technically, I suppose.
Or at
Yeah.
least something that reminds of Spider.
Okay,
It would just be like,
Yeah, my
okay, your
back's
condition's worse now.
Caesar warning.
Wear my sweater.
Caesar warning coming up.
Yep, holding the gun, falls down, and starts just being in. His shirt just starts ripping itself.
Is anybody here glad that they cut the extended goblin transformation. I wish they kept it in, really, but you know.
Well, I
I
just think
love
that's
that
a.
extended goblin transformation.
Like a nightclub
Well,
in here.
I just think that's a
Dancing and all
seizure
sorts
light
of
show.
stuff.
Can't watch this scene again. I get a headache after it.
He can barely crawl.
Yeah.
How come he
Ah!
come he can put the costume on himself? Like
He
they
jumps into it.
yeah, he jumps to it. Yeah,
Dude,
somehow.
dude, what about his teeth? Damn, he just pretty much just cracked his teeth.
I'm so mad they cut the Oscar attack scene where he sort of kills Mankin and a bunch of sweat
Oh,
guys.
look
I
at
also
that.
love
Yeah.
his hair
Gotta
somehow
make his hair
grows
look
like super
fine.
long. Because that's
His hair
part of the
looks
disease.
amazing.
Hair grows really, really long.
Yeah.
I love the glider design in this.
I actually love his hair right now. It kind of resembles the hat, the purple hat, except that it's actually his hair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I still remember people saying, like, when they were releasing images, he looks like Eric Idle on crack.
Oh, that's a beautiful scene.
No, that's David Bowie.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
just
what
stay silent for 10 seconds.
Lady, I ain't even moving.
Blonde.
And I prefer redheads.
I actually prefer Emma Stone as a redhead, even though she's
Okay, it's been 10 seconds. Now I can make my bad joke when it comes up.
I love you. Hashtag sarcasm.
At this point, I knew that she will die, and it made me feel even worse. Like,
Fun fact.
And
in
she
the
dies of
Cameron
whiplash.
Spider-Man movie, they almost had Mary Jane and Spider-Man fuck on the side of the bridge.
Well,
Oh, man.
Gwen just died of whiplash. The end.
no, this scene is like, at this point, everyone knew that she will die. I think, especially
Yeah,
after
but literally the way I mean, I listened to this like with headphones on, and the way she swings and picks her up, it's just a loud sound with it. And it sounds like she could have died from whiplash right there. Okay, Lucas, you got your request. There you go. You owe me $5 now.
I remember them parodying
No.
this scene on Saturday Night Live.
Guys, I think this is quite really a sad scene because, you know, they got everything planned together. He even wants to go to England with her
Yes.
without asking Aunt May with something, and just pretty much wants
He
to go
is
with her,
college
you know,
now.
to start their own lives.
Look, take it from me. If he came
Yeah.
to the UK
Well,
to
you don't
fight
wanna know
crime,
what's happening.
all he would do is stop people in hoodies kicking over wheelie bins. That's it. There isn't really much that Peter could do.
What they did really different is the fact that it's Gwen who really wants to be with him. It's Gwen who really wants to help him defeat Electro, and it's sort of her own decision, So Peter still blames himself, but not as much as he did in the comics, where she was kidnapped by Goblin and she died because of the fact that her neck snapped where Spidey caught her. And here it's more about her own decision to be with him.
Oh wait,
Sure,
it's time
listen,
for a
Spidey.
sort of another fan complaint when it happens when the city goes out. Oh, how did Peter know that it was the power plant that they have to go to? There's no indication that it was the power plant.
No, it's he actually follows Electro. You will see this scene, very next scene. He follows Electro to the power plant. Electro brings him there himself.
You know, that...
Well, again, I'm not
Electro-
complaining. It's the fanboys, the people who hate this movie because it's not the Raimi movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
And
remake, so it
What's
must be
the, what's
terrible.
what's the point of this plane scene? I don't get it.
To
Well,
create
it could have
tension,
been
I think.
9/11.
Didn't like
You know,
the president
because
of
Spider-Man
Korea
actually wants to
actually-
save lots of people. Without
mean,
Spider-Man, then
Yeah, it's probably
be
just
just
to
all
make it
Superman
the
disaster.
whole scene more intense. But I mean, he's fighting Electro. How more intense it can be? Why? What's the point of the plane collapsing there in the sky, like
it could be
gliding?
worse. We could be running out of cornflakes.
Maybe Richard
Still be
Parker's
making
on one of
alien
those
jokes.
planes.
Yeah, Richard Parker. Another.
This just proves that a woman is smarter than a man. You know, just this scene.
Well, my friends would like you for saying that. You know, speaking of which as well, the guy we're about to see should have been Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, but it's not Sam Raimi, so Bruce Campbell can't be a part of this series, don't you know?
No.
It should have been J.K. Simmons. That would have been even funnier.
Yeah. And what we're about to hear is something I would say, and yeah, that is something I would say, and I love that they put that in there.
Yeah.
And what happens to the cop extra that we love so much? He stares at them awkwardly.
I just love how Gwen just decides to smile right after we see just the sign just falling off. It's like, oh, the sign falling off. I don't care. I'm with Spider-Man.
This is
I
sweet.
still really wish they would have had an
By the way,
explanation in the movie of why. I know it's late to say this, but I really wish there would have been an in-movie explanation as to what happened to Peter's old costume. Like, I know they made a comic out of it, but the comic was stupid because it made no sense. Yeah, Peter fights the lizard and gets his costume destroyed and fixes it, but then when he fights a bunch of random mobsters and gets it destroyed, he makes a new costume.
No, it's not about mobsters. He falls into the centrifuge, and his costume gets teared apart in the comic book.
It got torn up to shit against Lizard. Like,
well, yeah. Well, he could fix it probably, but it was once again in the comic before he goes to fight a bunch of... Wait a second. Once he goes to fight a bunch of crooks and he falls into the centrifuge, earlier before Gwen suggests him that maybe he should wear another costume. So it was Gwen's idea.
Okay, this scene got me really reminded of the Amazing Spider-Man, well, the Ultimate Spider-Man and Spider-Man Web of Shadows, with the crawling, the way he...
the way he climbs up the rope, yeah.
And, of course, the Electro, chasing Electro, this kind of reminds me of, the Web of Shadows.
Yeah. You see, he follows Electro to the power plant. That's how he found out. Obviously.
Like I said, I'm not...
Time. Here's time. And time again.
The clock tower.
Clock tower.
Okay, I'll say this much. This is the one scene where Peter makes, or where Spider-Man makes one of his final, jokes against the bad guys. They could have come up with a way better joke than a guy named Sparkles.
Yeah.
I groaned when I heard that in the theater.
Well, there's the Rhino jokes.
No, I'm saying like they could have come up with a better joke than that God named Sparkles joke. It's just the same joke from an earlier scene, just slightly altered.
How would you personally call Electro?
No. Electro.
Electro.
Yo, Electro.
Electra.
Lightning butt. Just
is that all you
Christmas tree. I call him Christmas tree.
Do what they did in Spectacular Spider-Man. Call him Lightning Butt for a joke.
Electra.
This fight scene is just pure cool. Let me just stay silent for 1 second, okay?
Oh, he's firing his laser.
I'm firing my laser. We just saw the moment and we took it.
And he says that in normal speed while it's in slow motion. What?
Because he's Spider-Man. That's the power of Spider-Man.
Which means he said that is really, really fast. So in our reality, he'd be saying like, "Thank you, safety."
It was very tough to enjoy this scene because the whole time I was thinking about Gwen's, like when she will die and when will. And even Mark Webb mentioned that the whole thing with Electro was just to. Who is speaking in the background?
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Mark?
Singing.
Don't sing.
Sorry.
I forgot what I was.
Oh
yeah.
You kept on thinking of Gwen.
Yeah, Mark Webb said that the whole thing with Electro was just to cover up the surprise of Gwen's death and the arrival of Goblin. So Electro wasn't really the main villain, really. It was his original idea. He intended to make him just to hide the real villain there, Goblin. Well, it was quite obvious.
Here's what they should have done. They shouldn't have put Goblin in the fucking advertising.
Yes, and I believe that the reason Goblin was on all the posters is because of the leaked storyboards. I think it was supposed to be a surprise.
Still, they could have just, acted like the storyboards were, not real and then not put him in there.
Yeah, but then again, Rhino was on all the posters, and he's there for only like what?
4 minutes.
I agree. I feel the same way about Rhino. He shouldn't have been in the posters either.
It's only Spider-Man and Electro.
Well, they should have showed the Chuck scenes when he was just Alexei Svejovich. They shouldn't have showed him in the Rhino suit, though. That should have been a surprise.
Okay, guys. Ben heard his Spider-Man theme. We're about to hear my favorite incarnation of the Spider-Man theme in this movie. That's not in the official soundtrack.
Dennis Leary, Spider-Sense incoming. Leave Glenn out of this.
Listen.
Dun-dun-dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Here's a question: what's your favorite version of the Spider-Man theme? Then, not like from the movie, but like, is Danny Elfman's or James Horner's or Hans Zimmer's the best?
For me, it's still Danny Elfman.
I have to go for James Horner because
yeah, same. I love James
fantastic.
Horner.
Much I love Horner, I love Zimmer as well. I'm gonna have to say Zimmer.
Zimmer's is different. Elfman is more unique. Young is there, but he's still pretty good. And Horner is like a very different change of pace, and I loved it because I wasn't like anything else.
It's the same as Danny Elfman's theme. It's no different.
Yeah, no, I mean just in like all the music and the whole score.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Well, I'll say that I do like Zimmer's theme a lot for this movie, but I really do wish they would have had. I wish they would have kept the same theme from the first movie. Because I remember in the leaked trailer they had like a Zimmer-sounding version of Horner's theme, and it sounded
I wanted that. I wanted that so badly.
It's a bit more continuity, yeah.
Oh, guys, did you know in the original script for The Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's actually said that Electro just got thrown into the water after he gets electrocuted like so much, but instead they just made him either blown up or just stay in the electric circuits.
Yes.
Well, that would have been
kind of like in the
what they did
MTV
in
Spider-Man.
MTV Spider-Man. He's in like a power battery and thrown into the water.
I always keep remembering about the Reddit guy who actually said what he said about the film 1 year before its release was actually what it was in the film. He was right.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you were one of the people who were saying he was full of shit when he was talking.
Because he couldn't back up what he said, really, and back then when he said that we will see Norman's head, it did sound very stupid. I never realized that it could be true.
Didn't he say, though, that the whole reason that Goblin and Electro were doing it is to get Peter's blood for Norman?
Yeah, but what I learned from this, by the time when the Sinister Six starts filming, for example, I learned that even the craziest rumor can be true, actually. So you can't, you never say that it's fake, for sure. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, Aunt May is Venom. That can be kind of proven as false.
Well, it's official. Spider-Man's a killer.
Yeah.
Well, no. Everyone and their mother is pretty much saying Electro's not dead. Because he can't be. He'll be back. Don't think he'll be back in Sinister Six, but he could come back at some point in the future.
Electricity doesn't die. It just goes to a different place.
He probably ends up somewhere in Brazil or something. I don't know.
Well, Electro was absorbed into the power plant, so wouldn't he just be all over the city at this point?
Yeah, just molecules floating in space.
Oh, here's the Goblin's laugh.
I like it. Yeah, I just wish it was more than just us.
It sounds a lot like the 90s Goblin.
Oh, yes.
I really like they nailed it.
Another one of my favourite pieces in the soundtrack.
It sounded so creepy. I just love the theme.
Good.
I really do like the look of Goblin's grown on me a lot since I first saw it. Like when I first saw it, I hated it, but now I do prefer the comics Goblin look. But the thing is, people are all like, "Why can't they just replicate exactly what they did in the comics?" Do you know how stupid that would look?
Yeah, while I love the Hans Goblin, he's still not a Goblin for me. I'm still waiting for Chris Cooper. He's not the
This is
in
how
the game, it looks a bit more finished. The suit, like the other side's a bit more done up. I'd say.
So
this is how I look like when I get my pictures taken.
But they did say
I remember showing a picture of Goblin to my mother, and she, I'm like, "Oh, this is Green Goblin." She looks at me, and then she looks back. My mother's not really into Spider-Man, but she looks at Goblin, looks back at me, and she says, "Okay, where's the real picture?"
Hmm.
Yeah. Here's my other complaint. Let me speak. I've never really heard Green Goblin uttered
Damn
from
it.
like the writers or stuff like that. I'm not really sure, and stuff like that. But like the soundtrack has it as "I'm Goblin," so could
Mhm.
this just be Hobgoblin? Because I've always thought that to
No.
myself.
Nah,
Dane
that's the Green Goblin.
confirms it's Green Goblin.
Well, Hobgoblin, come on.
He is listed in the
comic book-
credits as Green Goblin, so
Yes,
you know.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He's called Green Goblin, yeah.
Okay, my theory's out.
Guys,
And
we have
Chris
to stay
Cooper will
silent
probably
for
be
this
called
moment.
the real Green Goblin in the credits.
Yeah.
I would be fine if Harry was the real Goblin, as you put it, because I can't see Chris Cooper doing. I can't see Chris Cooper dressed like that. I just can't. Like I remember when War Machine on Comic Book Movie was describing the Goblin's costume. It's like, oh, Chris Cooper's gonna be Goblin. He's gonna be dressed like that, and I'm like, that's gonna look
Oh
so
yeah,
stupid.
I do remember. And he also confirmed that Adrian Toomes will make his Colin Fiore as Vulture.
I forgot about that. Older memories.
Confirmed that Aaron was
Nostalgia.
Goblin and that Norman was Goblin.
Yes.
You know, I absolutely love the special effects on this movie. You know, just
Oh, this fight was
that
so
Spider-Man
intense.
cannot stop time.
Yeah, Spider-Man doesn't fight for himself here. He fights for his love. Oh shit.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Jump scare.
It's like I annoyed
was
Glider
pretty
got
much, like,
fucking that easily.
silent in this scene. Like everyone's heart was beating like crazy, including mine. It was like
Yes,
every sound
yes.
in the movie too. They
When-
described it as this scene got their heart racing for Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hands were covering my face. I mean, my mouth. You know, just to avoid how shocked I was.
I was
I was
co-
covering my
I was
knees at
covering
this point.
one eye. I do remember that. I
Okay,
knew-
just to make sure, we're at 20 seconds in. 21, 22, because
Yeah.
I think I...
Yes.
Okay, I was worried my thing lagged up. Because...
Well, I remember there was like I think there's another Easter egg apparently where it says like the moment Gwen dies, it's like the time, even the time code is the issue number of when she died. God damn, I hate
This scene
Matthew.
got me so heartbroken.
Yeah, I knew it was coming, but still, very
Yeah.
So
surprising.
sad.
Beautiful the way the web turns into a
Like,
hand as
I
well.
even remember when they when they're doing the reports where it's like, oh, there'll be a fake out with Gwen's death, and then they'll kill her. And it's like, if I was almost thinking this was gonna
Yeah.
be the fake out, and I'm like, oh, jeez, don't let this. be
Nah,
a
with that
fake out.
music, it's just, you know.
That web line.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Splat.
Achievement unlocked. Mary Jane Watson.
Forrest.
No, I'm not going to say anything.
Hey, you promised.
I'm going to
Did you
say
know
it when
that,
it gets on the right part.
Did you know that Andrew Garfield did not see Emma Stone for like a couple of days?
Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Don't do it. Okay, just make sure.
Everything.
47, 48, 49, 50, right?
Yes,
Or am I
we're at
ahead?
the right time code. Damn
I'm
it.
worried because I want to see at the
She's
right
dead
moment.
gorgeous.
Everything okay here, boy.
Nah!
Everything's
Damn
not
Don't
you.
sing the
Guys.
electro song.
She's dead gorgeous in this shot.
but kiss.
Boo!
The chameleon is the clock tower.
Guys, did you know that Andrew Garfield did not see Emma Stone for like a couple of days before they shot this scene?
Yeah,
No
and this scene.
rehearsal
Yeah, I
for it.
mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you said it in the wrong scene.
No. It was in the Total magazine. I think they mentioned that before
Come on,
during the
sorry.
date scene as well.
This is just a fantastic acting from Andrew Garfield.
Oh, it's
Deserves it.
Everything's not okay here, Paul!
Oh, at this point, I realized, I've never lost a family member. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I can't imagine how it feels. Really, unfortunately,
Well,
I will.
I've lost family members, but not to falling from clock towers.
Yes, I will.
Except for that one time.
Everybody will find out, eventually, but it's very.
I've actually been
I
really
lost
lucky.
my
I've
dog.
lost close
Everything's
family
not
members.
okay here, Paul.
She was dead gorgeous.
Or somebody who you love.
Said that joke 50 million times already.
And then Peter goes up and beats the shit out of Harry.
But you wanted me to say "Let It Go"?
What was this song
No.
when Spider-Man gave up being Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2?
What?
Rain.
And that's 4 out of 5 Spider-Man movies with a fucking
Oh.
funeral.
Imagine raindrops keep falling on my head. Oh, I'm so evil, gosh.
It has like
Guys,
a
I'm so
Electro's
evil
goofy
as
music.
well. I should have sang Let It Go when
Gwen
she
comes out.
fell.
No. They do the funeral. Marvel zombies. Gwen comes back as a zombie.
Achievement unlocked. Richard Parker, the winter version.
Richard Parker, the Winter Soldier.
Now, hold on, I never heard your opinion. I forgot what your opinion was on the Richard Parker thing. What was it, Seven? Like, was it positive or negative?
Well, just you can rewatch my video once again. You'll find out it was negative.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
That's the best way to put it.
I like the scene. I like it.
One of the biggest complaints was how he survived the crash.
He
Well,
jumped
they probably
out.
would have explained that in the 3rd movie if that scene would have stayed.
Probably it's Iron Man, but I'm not sure.
Guys, in the deleted scene, Richard Parker had the the parachute. Maybe that's how
Right
he
there.
survived.
That would have explained it.
I love the snowflakes. I know it's part of a bubbler, but I like it.
I love the cornflakes.
They're
Yeah.
frosty.
Look at Peter sitting in the grave just eating a bowl of cornflakes.
It's your favorite,
Guys,
right,
And
Gwen?
surprise,
Here's
motherfucker! I'm your
the
father.
gentleman.
Here he is.
I remember when they were, I think it was like with some, I forget the name of the website, but they're saying like, we saw the movie, and his name was Mr. Fierce, not Mr. Fierce, so they thought it was like some scarecrow ripoff Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I made a video like a year ago where I said that he's the gentleman, and somebody recently wrote a comment. Seven, you were wrong. He's not the gentleman. He's Mr. Fierce. I said I wanted to really. Gentleman, you just have to read about him a little bit,
Is he Guy
His real
Pearce?
name is Gustav Fierce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Also,
is Guy
did you know
Pearce.
the
Gustav
original
Fierce,
comics, well, in the original script, they did not exactly name him as Mr. Fierce, but since the people were, just wanted who was he, they just called him Mr. Fierce.
Most comic fans are going to be like, who the fuck is Mr. Fierce?
Yeah, somebody still believes that he is Norman Osborn, even now.
Are you kidding me?
I am sure. Yeah, just go read the comments. There are plenty of theories.
Oh,
Go
he
see
was
it on
supposed
this
to be
video.
symbiote.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be the symbiote room, and
It's
now it's
a
Rhino's
glass ball,
costume.
wasn't it? So like
Yes, it was
yeah.
You can see it in
See
one of the
Sony
trailers.
speakers.
In one of the trailers, there's a symbiote instead of Rhino's
Well,
costume.
it was also in one of those featurettes that you said was going to come out, and
Yes, it didn't,
Yeah,
but
it leaked.
the scenes from the featurette were in the future trailers, so I wasn't really like. I've seen it.
I know you weren't making it up, but still, it just seems like, oh, there's a featurette coming, and then it doesn't. So it's
Yeah,
like,
and
Sony
people
just
were
fucked
like,
you over
"Where's?" I've got lots of private messages like, "Seven, where's the symbiote? You lied to us."
Guys.
And I was like, "Just watch this trailer, and you will see that there's a symbiote, not Rhino."
Guys, do you think that Aunt May might know who Peter Parker really is?
Oh, she knows. She knows.
Yeah.
She just
She
does
does-
not want to freak him out.
She knows about his sex life. Wait, we're not talking
Maybe
about
I do
that?
not want to talk about it. Why not?
I'm just imagining how this all would have played out if they did still play the whole, Peter found his father thing, and then this exact same scene plays. He's looking at his Aunt May, and he's not telling her, hey, I just met my father in the fucking graveyard, by the way.
So what happened to my comic books? Oh, I threw those away.
Yeah. No, what I mentioned during my reaction video once I left the theater is that it's very tough to top the emotional impact that what they did in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like the other way around for Peter to suffer as much as he did in this film is to kill Aunt May later
Oh,
on
God.
when Chris Cooper will become Green Goblin. Other way around, there won't be such emotional impact anymore. Like
The one thing I will say, I've said this before, and I think a lot of people agree with me. I'm in the camp. The movie should have ended, and the whole Rhino thing should not have been in the movie. He should have just ended with Gwen's death and not end on a happy ending, because it kind of ruins the. I know they say, oh, he's not Spider-Man for 6 months, but from our perspective, he's not Spider-Man for 5 minutes.
yeah.
So.
True.
emotional weight or anything. And
So
hi,
how-
Sony laptop.
How do you guys feel about the fact that, and once again, like in the first film, he's in the he listened to the recording, and now he's the like Uncle Ben's.
Well, I noticed that the speech is different this time.
Yeah, but it's the same concept. He listens to something, and it inspires him to come back as
No, I
Spider-Man.
mean like Gwen's speech on that laptop is different than the one at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't remember the exact wording, but it is different. So
Or this was-
continuity.
or this was like at the very end. But this part bugs me here. Listen very closely because it doesn't sound like she has a microphone anymore.
It's her spirit haunting Peter. Ooh. Cafe Select.
Oh, Mary Jane coming up.
Oh yeah, Shelley
Oh,
Woodley
yes.
scene. She deserves an Oscar.
Best supporting actress.
For all one scene.
Best supporting
Shelley.
what?
Oh, there she is.
Hi,
Where's
Shailene.
your Mary
Hi,
Jane?
Shailene. Bye, Shailene.
He's back!
I'm back.
I am
I
Rhino.
am the Rhino. You know I'd be back.
Sponsored by Citibank.
Spider-Man is back.
Jesus.
It's Jorge.
I still think it would have been. There is still a joke I think they should have gone with Spider-Man's popular because it was sort of mentioned in the first video game. There was pictures of the Raimi Spider-Man in the in Peter's apartment. I'm almost thinking it would have been hilarious if Spider-Man became so popular in New York that Hollywood made a Spider-Man movie to capitalize on how big he was, and it was the Raimi movies.
I just remembered something when I was seeing The Amazing Spider-Man 2 for the third time with my mom. She didn't cry during the grand death scene. She cried during this scene for some unknown reason. Was it really that emotional? I mean, she thought that...
Rhino looks so stupid!
Yeah, no. She was crying for this kid, and I still
Okay,
can't
first of all, who lets their mother dress up as Spider-Man in a time like this?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I know
boy.
why she was crying.
And
Does
Seven.
any skate
Fight the
scare you, little
century.
boy?
Rhino versus the little boy.
And the crowd is so stupid that they're like watching, and the guy is shooting like everywhere. Nobody's dead.
I remember when this was being filmed, everyone thought this would be at the beginning of the movie. Like, I don't think anyone thought this would be the end.
Yeah, she was crying because she saw you as the kid, Seven.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
You're
saying that to be
young,
serious.
you
She's
were
like
human,
saying,
you were
my
right.
son would do this.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that to insult you in
my
any
costume
shape.
is
No,
better
it's probably it's probably the case for us. She, is like it's sort of like mother-son feeling. Like I was dressed up as Spider-Man lots of times. Who knows? But she didn't cry during the Gwen's death scene. Probably she didn't give a shit about it.
She had-
Doesn't
she's-
talk about that Gwen girl.
She never had a girlfriend. At least not much.
I'm
Don't
back.
fight me
I'm
now,
back.
huh?
Ouch, my back.
I love his
So
joke
what's this-
there. On behalf of the citizens of New York and real rhinos everywhere, I ask you to put your mechanized paws in the air.
Yeah, that's probably how the Sinister.
Yes!
That's actually probably how the Sinister Six spin-off film will begin with this scene, and then
I hope.
the opening titles. Probably.
And then we still don't get to see the actual fight between Rhino and Spider-Man.
This is my favorite version of the theme right here.
Da, da, da.
That's actually my ringtone, this version of the theme.
It's like
Wait,
watching the
what?
trailer once again.
What? What a ripoff!
Whole theater erupts into
Okay,
rose.
guys, at
You
this
guys,
angle,
you
it
guys
kinda
noticed
looks
that
like
the
a
chameleon was the
Ultimate
main Hulk
logo.
cover?
Chameleon was
Ah!
the
Like
spider
Ultimate
symbol
logo.
right there.
This movie sucks. Nah, I don't.
And
know.
now we
I-
get to hear the really, really shitty part of the soundtrack.
I want my money back.
I mean, I like Alicia Keys, but
Yeah.
don't-
This is for you and I. God is recording this, so listen to you and I. Man,
Based on Stan Lee and Steve. Oh, they mentioned.
Yeah.
Ditko.
Ditko.
Yay.
they mentioned
Yeah.
Ditko and the other ones, too.
Yeah. It's great that they mentioned him. A guy is like doesn't give a single dollar from Spider-Man, even though
Hi,
he
Dan.
co-created him. All right,
He didn't
here's
co-create it. He
yeah.
made the costume, and that's it.
No, not he. He made him how he came up with the design and everything. So
Yeah, the costume. That's it. That's all
well,
he did.
that's arguably if
And
Stanley.
some
It
stories.
was Stanley's idea, but Ditko drew him.
And some
He
stories.
would get at least
Quite
some.
frankly, Ditko's pretty entitled. He's saying that he deserves more credit than Stan because he gave his life, or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
he
but
means.
Stan gets a lot of credit for himself as well, like too much. At some point, he said that he created like every single Marvel character. I think. Felicity
Paul-
Jones. By the way, is that Doc Ock? You know, that's the glider.
Yeah, there's a glider back there.
It's everything, basically, is the best way to put it.
I'm
Like,
still laughing at the people
glider.
who think that mask means chameleon. Just how the fuck is chameleon gonna do in the Sinister Six?
Yeah, there's the smoke coming out of the mask. It has to be Mysterio.
Well, wait, no, he wasn't no, wait. Chameleon was in the Sinister Six or the Insidious Six in the '90s cartoon show.
There's Vulture's thing.
Yeah.
Goblin.
Glider.
Guys, I
Mysterio.
don't care. I'm still giving this movie a 5 out of 5.
Sword.
4.5.
And that was the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Guardians and
Craven.
X-Men are better.
I nearly clapped out loud. Just giving a oh,
Alrighty.
Anton Skoskas, Dr. Ashley Kafka.
Ha,
They
still
still
good,
called
Ashley.
him Ashley.
Alright, so you guys enjoyed Ninja
Yep.
Turtles?
Loved it.
Well, I didn't enjoy much of it because I didn't hear most of the movie. I was just watching a picture. Because my speakers are fucked, so I can't play any sound.
Alright, now guys, you know there's a review of The Amazing Spider-Man 2 by me. There's a video, but I'm really curious about thoughts of these people who were today with me watching this film. Ben, let's start with you. Your opinion on The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Well, since I've rewatched it a total of 5 times now, I'd say that definitely the best Spider-Man movie in my opinion, but not my favorite in the superhero movies of this year. I do feel that Guardians and X-Men were a bit better because this movie, while fun, is a bit of a mess. There's way too much going on.
So it's the best Spider-Man movie for you, but not the best, obviously, superhero movie.
Not of this year, no. Well, it felt, how to describe it? It felt more like a trailer for Sinister. By the end of it, it felt more like set up for other movies than focusing on being its own movie. Like I said, it's a good movie. It's really good. I had a lot of fun with it, and I still really enjoy it. And I'm still buying it on Blu-ray and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, I felt that there was actually like better movies and better scripts behind Guardians and X-Men. That's just
Matthew?
While my enjoyment of it has gone down a little bit, it still is my favourite Spider-Man movie of the bunch. And I agree with Ben, while it isn't the best superhero film of the year, it is my favourite of the year. While I do feel some scenes are rushed, it does feel like they're trying to get it set up for Sinister Six, they're trying to just get as many characters in. I just love the rest of it, especially my favourite bit of the film is the ending with Green Goblin. I just think it's a fantastic film.
Mark?
I think the movie was pretty much great. I gave this movie a 5 out of 5. I still haven't reviewed the other superhero movies of this year, but I will do them as soon as possible if I get my laziness out of here. Yeah, but still, I have to agree with some of you guys that this is not the best superhero movie of the year, but I have to say this is the best Spider-Man movie of all time. You know, they captured each other's characters and performances done right. They did it great, and the emotional scene, you know, the last scene where Peter looks at Gwen's speech at the end of the film. I actually just told some of my friends, Sally Poach, he was going through a tough time, you know, with him and his ex-girlfriend. I just told him, do what Peter did. You know, and then he just kind of did. And, you know, I just thought this movie kind of learned for me and him. But it was a great movie. It was emotional. It had some huge impacts, great special effects, everything. Some scenes were rushed, but I don't care. I still love this movie.
Forrest?
Saving the best for last, I see. You know, I don't really like this film. I'm not saying it's the worst film I've ever seen. It's more of a disappointment more than anything else. And I'm not saying, oh, it's Mark Webb's fault or anything like that. No, Mark Webb had a good vision with this. It was good directed, and I love all the stuff that he wanted to have with it. Only problem is, I'm not a big fan of the writing here and there. The editing is horrible. It's probably because of the deleted scenes getting rid of it. Music, it's generic Zimmer. And as we've said, dang you, Hans Zimmer, because a lot of the music I actually like is not in the full thing. So at the same time, that's one of my biggest complaints with it. But in terms of how it looks, it's not horribly acted. I do not care what people say about Jamie Foxx. I don't really mind that whatsoever, and especially for Paul Giamatti as the Lionel. It doesn't bother me because I like seeing this in comic book movies. I don't like it to be all serious all the time. Like I said, my only reason I don't like it is because it's been written to be it was written and I was disappointed by it. I don't like the story overall. Now, it's not because of the deleted scenes whatsoever. I'm not holding that against this movie. But this is one of the only movies I know that have now made me decide that I only want to watch one trailer about a movie. So I can actually not be that hateful. I think if I only watched the first trailer for this movie, I think I would have liked it a bit more. So it's the trailer's fault. And if you want me to go more detailed, people in the comments, I will. Just don't hate me and spam my comments and call me an idiot because you're the one who asked.
I want to say just one more thing. I know I wasn't very, I guess, thorough with my, quote-unquote review of this movie, but I will say that if you guys are subscribed to my channel, which I think Seven links in the description every time we do one of these commentaries, we'll be making a comparison video between this and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 and Jeopardy theme. Wow, I didn't know that was in this.
I remember Harry saying it.
Oh yeah, well either way, I didn't remember. Whatever. I'm comparing them. I'll be making my thoughts more clear in that, but just so you know, also I do agree with Forrest to a good point with what you're saying with the music and the trailers. I mean, usually having too many trailers for a movie doesn't bug me, but it bugged the crap out of me this time. It was really. They showed, I think, every scene was shown in the trailers pretty much by the end of things.
Yeah, I only watched one trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy because I was worried because I found out it was a comedy and I was like, oh, they're going to spoil all the good comedy bits. Then I saw the movie, then I watched the other trailers. I was like, they didn't reveal all the good jokes. That's how you do it.
Alright guys, well for me, on the second viewing and third viewing, the experience overall is slightly less sort of emotional for me, especially the Gwen's death scene, and that was one of the few things I really... Yeah, well, it's...
Everything okay here, Paul?
I'll still say that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 2 are my favorite Spider-Man films, but I think I already know which one is my real favorite, but I think I won't announce it yet. And the next audio commentary will be actually funny enough for the Sinister Six, I suppose, right?
2 years' time.
So we're going to have to wait 2 years.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let us know what you think about The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and... Yep, we are out for now.
Out for now!
Out for now!
Bye-bye!
See ya.